डोसा।
थोड़े में ज्यादा स्वाद, यही तो है इसकी खास बात।
वाओ मम्मा, क्या स्वाद है।
अरे मेरे राजा,
पापा
सॉरी यार, गलती हो गई है। ये चोट खर्चा वर्चा।
अरे लास्ट बॉल पे छक्का भी तुम्हारा।
छक्का?
सब कैशलेस हो गया है। हाँ
ला भाई मेरा बैट। वो अभी तो ठीक हुआ तू।
डिस्चार्ज हुआ यार।
बैट किसका है?
टाटा AIG है तो भरोसा है।
चमकी चाट से क्या बना है?
सैंडविच, लस्सी और छाछ।
हर घूंट में चमकी चाट। ड्राई फ्रूट और दही बड़े। चमकी चाट से स्वाद बढ़े।
असली स्वाद सिर्फ चंकी चाट।
बड़े बड़े इम्तिहानों से गुजरता है, वक्त तराशता है जिसे, तो जाने क्या क्या न करता है। जब तक खुशबू सबसे बेहतरीन न बन जाए, आराम के लिए नहीं ठहरता है। जब तक लाजवाब न बन जाए, उसे नहीं इत्मीनान है। तभी तो रिचमंड बनना नहीं आसान है।
आर प्योर शाही पनीर मसाला, डिलीशियस, हेल्दी एवरीडे।
केसरिया से मन जोगी हुआ रे, दिल झूमे देखो मतवारा हुआ रे। केसरिया से मन जोगी हुआ।
हर पल मनाओ केसरी त्योहार। विमल, बोलो जुबान केसरी।
प्यास बुझाए, ठंडक लाए, सबको भाए जीरा से। MTH का जलजीरा जीरा से।
जीरा से असली रिफ्रेशिंग, असली स्वाद, असली मजा।
MTH।
आर प्योर सूजी पास्ता, उबालो मिलाओ और खाओ।
8 मिनट में तैयार।
क्या टेस्ट है सबका राजा, आर प्योर मसाला।
First time when I saw Dharamji, I was completely flabbergasted. And then he also smiled and said, "ये बड़ी चंगी कुड़ी है." And then I always thought कि if I marry, I must marry somebody like him.
Is it true that you completely fell in love with him when you saw him dance to that?
Completely fell in love क्या होता है?
I don't know. I don't know.
Love तो love होता है ना?
Co-powered by Crystal Crop Protection, देश का किसान, देश का हीरो।
चमकी चाट से क्या बना है?
आलू चाट या फ्रूट चाट।
स्वाद बढ़ाए चमकी चाट।
क्या बात है। स्वादिष्ट पकोड़े और परेशान, अरे चंकी चाट है इसकी जान।
असली स्वाद सिर्फ चंकी चाट।
13,000 placements last year. At Amity, we are committed to nurturing passionate, hardworking and proactive professionals.
थोड़े में ज्यादा स्वाद, यही तो है इसकी खास बात।
वाओ मम्मा, क्या स्वाद है।
अरे मेरे राजा,
AU सेविंग्स अकाउंट में मिलते हैं अमेजिंग बेनिफिट्स, पेपरलेस बैंकिंग एंड हायर इंटरेस्ट, वो भी हर महीने।
Money, 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 money every month.
सोच बदलो और बैंक भी। प्यास बुझाए, ठंडक लाए, सबको भाए जीरा से। MTH का जलजीरा जीरा से।
जीरा से असली रिफ्रेशिंग, असली स्वाद, असली मजा।
MTH।
डॉक्टर रोमा मैनुअल वाइंडिंग, 4 लोगों के पास है ये।
कुछ इससे भी अनोखा।
कमला पसंद, सिर्फ एक अनोखा स्वाद। कमला पसंद पान मसाला।
आर प्योर शाही पनीर मसाला, डिलीशियस, हेल्दी एवरीडे।
यानी इस घर में कुछ है जो टूटता नहीं।
ये पिलर कभी नहीं टूटेगा। रुंगटा स्टील TMT से बना।
रुंगटा नहीं तो घर स्ट्रॉन्ग नहीं। रुंगटा स्टील।
Good evening, viewers. You're watching Super Prime Time with me, Rakshita Mishra. Let's get started with the top stories we're tracking for you. India shines at the inaugural edition of the Asian Under-23 Athletics Championships, and in China finishes 4th in the overall tally, clinches 16 medals across the events. The government says that it is now examining Meta's response on child sexual abuse content, adds appropriate action to follow. Supreme Court seeks SIT report in Ayodhya donation theft case, directs the team to issue notice to Ram Mandir Trust. After Uddhav Sena, Sharad Pawar's NCP split next. Sources indicate 5 Lok Sabha MPs likely to make the switch to NDA. US strikes central Iranian region, hits air defense systems, coastal radar sites, missile and drone capabilities along with small boats. Iran launches Iron for an Eye operation after fresh US strikes, targets US bases across Kuwait, Jordan and Bahrain. Now, escalating tensions in the Gulf have triggered a fresh exchange of claims and counterclaims between Iran and the United States. Tehran says it has carried out retaliatory strikes on US-linked military facilities and announced restrictions in the Strait of Hormuz, while Washington denies any casualties and says that the regional operations and the commercial shipping remains unaffected. Now, here's a report.
Iran claims it launched retaliatory strikes on US military facilities in Bahrain and Jordan, calling the attacks an act of self-defense. The US has not confirmed any damage. CENTCOM says there were 0 American casualties in the reported attacks. Iran's Revolutionary Guard says the Strait of Hormuz has been closed until further notice. Washington says commercial shipping continues safely. The IRGC claims it targeted Bahrain's Sheikh Issa Air Base, including helicopter facilities and a drone command center. The claims remain unverified as of now. Iran also says it struck Jordan's Prince Hassan Air Base, claiming fuel and ammunition storage sites were hit. Meanwhile, Iranian spokesperson lauds Iran's courage. Listen up what he has to say.
سرزمینی که قرن‌هاست در میان آتش و خون ایستادن را از دماوند آموخته است. این بار نیز اشک را با شکوه درآمیخت و جهانی را به تماشای وفاداری ملتی نشاند که داغ‌ترین داغ نیز زانوانش را خم نمی‌کند. از تهران تا قم و از نجف و کربلا تا مشهد و رضا گویی جغرافیا از حرکت ایستاده بود تا تاریخ وقار و عظمت یک ملت را نظاره کند. میلیون ها دل به یک نام تپید. میلیون ها قدم یک روایت را نوشت. نه فقط در کوچه ها و خیابان های ایران که در حرم های نورانی در میان مردمان دلداده عراق و در دل آزادگان جهان اشک‌ها به هم رسید و دست‌ها در دعای وداع به آسمان بلند شد.
Tehran has warned that any attack on its supreme leader or senior officials will be met with a swift and decisive response. Iran's foreign ministry says understandings with Washington have been entered a crisis phase, accusing the US of breaching its commitments.
عقلانی است. متن خیلی صریح نوشته شده. ما به دلیل بدگمانی و بی‌اعتمادی مطلقی که به حق نسبت به آمریکا داشتیم تلاشمون این بود که این متن هرچند کوتاه چنان دقیق نوشته بشه که جای هیچ نوع تفسیرهای به رأی برای آمریکا باقی نگذاره. من خواهش میکنم که متن بند 5 یادداشت تفاهم رو با دقت ملاحظه بفرمایید، هم متن فارسی و هم متن انگلیسی.
As tensions escalate across the Gulf, several claims from both Iran and the US remain unverified by independent sources.
And Meta, under fire after Republic in its exclusive investigation revealed the reports of child sexual abuse material on Instagram. Now, in a major development, Meta has issued a response finally to government's notice. Now, the Ministry of Electronics and Information Technology Secretary has received the reply, and it is being now examined by the government. In fact, the Ministry Secretary S. Krishnan says that appropriate action will only be taken after proper review of the response is done. and the due action will be followed. Now, this, viewers, is also a stern notice to Meta that was issued recently by the government after Republic exposed Meta's child sexual exploitative and abuse material, CSEAM, in the paid advertisements on Instagram. Take a look at this report to know more.
Republic, in its exclusive investigation, exposed Meta's child sexual exploitative and abusive material in paid advertisements on Instagram. A major development has come where Meta has given a response to the government's notice on child sexual abuse content. MeitY Secretary S. Krishnan said that based on an examination of the reply, appropriate action would be taken. The government had earlier issued a stern notice to Meta after Republic exposed the CSEAM scandal in paid advertisements on Instagram. MeitY directed the company to immediately disable all such advertisements and content while seeking a detailed explanation within a specified deadline. 3 videos were seen online where 5 to 6-year-old child was seen. Child aged around 10 years was being abused. In one of the video, 8 to 10-year-old child was seen in distress following the child abuse. The issue gained national attention after Republic reported on the presence of CSEAM related advertisements on Instagram. Following the initial reports, Republic carried out an independent investigation into the case. It was found that several such advertisements were still accessible on Meta's platforms despite the issue being brought into the public domain, raising questions over the effectiveness of the company's moderation systems. Even after the expose, various pedophilia content was available online and were not removed by Meta. With Meta's response now under examination, the government's next course of action will depend on MeitY's findings. The case has once again put the spotlight on platform accountability and online child safety.
Karnataka Chief Minister D.K. Shivakumar has announced a new protocol for Tirumala temple visits by the Karnataka dignitaries. Now, the state government will formally nominate representatives to receive the temple's first Aarti, a ceremonial honor that's been historically associated with Karnataka. The move has triggered political debate, even as the government says it is only formalizing an existing tradition. Here, more details.
Karnataka Chief Minister D.K. Shivakumar has announced a new protocol for official representatives visiting the Tirumala temple. The Karnataka government will issue an order giving priority to designated state representatives for the temple's first Aarti. According to the new protocol, if the designated special officer is absent, preference will be given to an authorized Karnataka representative. The list includes ministers, MLAs, chairpersons, senior government officers, judges, and other officially nominated dignitaries. He added that the move is intended to ensure that those serving the government and the people receive the opportunity to perform the ceremonial service. But the move has triggered a political debate. The TTD board member Bhanu Prakash Reddy opposed such protocol, calling it politicizing religion. Arati Darshan is a traditional honor accorded to the Maharaja of Mysore, not to politicians. He even said that he will bring up the issue in upcoming board meeting and make sure religious places are not dragged into politics.
कल कर्नाटक मुख्यमंत्री डी.के. शिवकुमार ने एक स्टेटमेंट दिया, इधर तिरुमला में नित्य हारती होने के समय में एमएलएस, मिनिस्टर्स और उधर ऑफिसर्स को अलो करने के लिए वो नया प्रपोजल लेने वाले हैं। अच्छे नहीं है डी के शिव कुमार जी, ये पूरा मैसूर महाराज को दिए का प्रिविलेजेस है, ये आपके लिए और आपका मंत्रिमंडल के लिए, आपके एमएलए के नहीं है, ऐसा नहीं है, सिस्टम नहीं है। तो सो यू विथड्रॉ योर वोट्स, tomorrow board meeting is going to happen. I definitely raise this content and definitely I oppose this.
The government is expected to notify the protocol formally, after which official representatives from Karnataka will receive priority for the ceremonial first arati whenever the designated officer is present. Now this has created a fresh political drama in Karnataka.
Now, speculation regarding a merger of the NCP or an alliance with the NDA has already been circulating in the political circles. We're talking about the Sharad Pawar's faction. And amid all of this, Maharashtra Minister Chandrakant Patil and Sharad Pawar is facing pressure from within his party to take a political decision, either by joining the NDA or aligning with a larger opposition party. Now, with this statement, the speculation over Sharad Pawar's NCP political future are only gaining more and more momentum.
Is Sharad Pawar's NCP merging with the NDA? Political circles are abuzz with NCP's political trajectory taking a new turn. Maharashtra Minister Chandrakant Patil's recent statement has worked like fuel to the fire of this political thriller. Patil said that Sharad Pawar was facing pressure from within his party to take a political decision either by joining NDA or aligning with the larger opposition party. Some of the sources have also revealed some major information regarding the split. According to the sources, NCP Sharad Pawar could vote for NDA on some of its key issues. And Sharad Pawar's party may also back the government on delimitation. Sources also say that NCP SP may favor NDA's One Nation, One Election push as well. However, the merger between the parties is unlikely during the monsoon session starting from July 20th. Chandrakant Patil's remarks came amid growing speculation following the reports of recent interactions between senior BJP and NCP SP functionaries. The growing clamour from within the NCP SP reflects not merely political calculations but mounting administrative concerns.
India's athletes have once again given the country plenty of reasons to celebrate, from winning gold at the Asian Relays Championships to finishing fourth overall with a 16-medal haul at the Asian Under-23 Athletics Championships. India's track and field stars continue to deliver on the international stage despite far fewer resources from sports like cricket. Now, their performances have reignited the debate over the funding and recognition, especially as cricket faces another disappointing overseas outing. Here's a report.
Indian cricketers struggled in the UK, but India's athletes made the nation proud with another medal-winning show on the international stage. At the Asian Relays Championships, India's women's 400 relay team won gold in a season-best 43.85 seconds. India also bagged silver in the mixed 400-meter and bronze in the mixed 400-meter relay. Earlier, India finished fourth at the Asian Under-23 Athletics Championships with an impressive haul of 16 medals. That is gold, 3, 4 silver and 9 bronze. Shravani Sachin Sangle starred with 2 golds and a bronze, while Anand Singh won javelin gold with a personal best throw of 80.57 meters. Shivam Lokhare and Shakil added bronze medals.
ये सबसे बड़ी जो मुझे लगता है ना, जो ग्रास रूट लेवल पे है वो सुविधा पड़नी चाहिए हमारे इधर खिलाड़ी जो इंटरनेशनल हो जाता है तो उसको सब चीज मिलती है, मगर ग्रास रूट लेवल पे उसको वो सुविधा नहीं मिल पाती जो उसको बहुत जरूरी है, क्योंकि हमारे एथलीट ग्रास से ही बनते हैं। वो मतलब स्टार्टिंग में उनको अच्छे कोच मिल जाए तो उनको सही गाइडेंस मिल जाती है, क्योंकि हमारे इधर कोच बहुत हैं मगर टैलेंट किलर भी बहुत हैं, जो बच्चों का बचपन में टैलेंट किल करते हैं, तो उनको अच्छा कोच मिलेगा तो वो सही गाइडेंस करेंगे।
The success has once again highlighted the gap in support. The centre has allocated 4,479 crore for all sports. while the BCCI's corpus stands at over 11,346 crore rupees. Despite limited resources, India's athletes continue to deliver medals and glory on the world stage.
मेहनत तो सर बचपन से है कि मेरे को गेम करते हुए अभी 10 साल हो रहा है। 10 सालों के बाद मैं जाके इंडिया को रिप्रेजेंट किया हूँ, उधर जाके हम लोग को मेडल आया। तो सालों का मेहनत लगता है सर। हम लोग घर छोड़ के हम लोग हॉस्टल में रहता है, जैसे कि मैं एनसीए में रहता हूँ कोलकाता साई में, तो घर बार छोड़ के हमें हॉस्टल में रहता पड़ता है।
While cricket searches for answers after another overseas setback, India's athletes have once again shown they deserve greater recognition and even greater investment.
We have news coming in from Nagaland where three Assam Rifles personnel have been martyred in the IED attack. Several others injured after an improvised explosive device struck the convoy in Nagaland's Chomokidima district. The attack took place near Sukhovi village and triggered a major security operation. So the search operation was underway. And first, one soldier was reported killed in action. Now, 3 more reported killed in action as 3 Assam Rifles soldiers have laid down their lives in this IED blast in Nagaland. 3 Assam Rifles personnel, 3 Assam Rifle Jawans martyred in the attack, IED attack in Nagaland, and more injured in this attack as the vehicle was targeted. My colleague Linthoi joins us on the broadcast for more. Linthoi, tell us more details about the update that is coming in right now from Nagaland.
Yes, so well, the attack took place earlier today near Sokhubi village in Chumukidima district in Nagaland, where an Assam Rifles convoy was targeted with an IED while it was on move. So the was extremely powerful, leaving at least 3 Assam Rifles personnel martyred on the spot. As of now, this is the report that we have got, while several others sustained injuries. Those injured have rushed to the nearby hospital for treatment. Officials also are yet to issue an update on this condition. Immediately after the blast, Assam Rifles and Dimapur Police launched a joint search operation, and security has been intensified across the area as efforts continue to track down these responsibilities. So far, no insurgent outfit has claimed responsibility, and security agencies have not named any group behind the attack. However, an retired army and Kriti Chakra awardee Major Digvijay Singh Rawat has alleged through a post on X that the attack was carried out by the CSEAM. So he also claimed that this was second IED attack on an Assam Rifles convoy in the district within a week, and alleged that the CSEAM and ULFA have worked together in similar attacks in the past. But it's important to point out that these claims have not been officially confirmed, and investigators are continuing their probe. So this attack is significant for 2 reasons. First, it has resulted in the loss of 3 Assam Rifles personnel, making it one of the most serious attacks on security forces in Nagaland in recent times. And secondly, it comes just days after another IED attack in the same district. And again, also it indicates a worrying pattern and raising fresh concerns over militant activity in the region. And we can also recall the ambush that took place in Ukrol district. So it became a very sensitive zone for the Indian security forces who are
Linthoi, any updates that you're picking up as for your sources with regards to the search operation that is underway for the hunt for those who are behind this attack? Linthoi, can you hear me? All right, there's some problem with the network there. And the update is that 3 have been killed. And okay, Linthoi is back with the Linthoi. Any update on the search operation that is underway?
Yeah, search operation is their way, and also to identify and apprehend those behind this deadliest attack. And also, first, it has this attack is very significant for two reasons, because it has resulted in the loss of the Assam Rifles personnel, making it one of the most serious attacks in Nagaland and entire Northeast India in recent times. And secondly, it just comes after week days another IED attack in the same district, which indicate a worrying pattern and raising a fresh concern about the militant activity in the region. And also, we can also recall about the ambush attack that was carried out in Ukhrul district in Manipur. So it makes more sensitive for the Indian security forces who are deployed in the Northeast region to protect the citizen, to look after the citizen. So. They are in a very sensitive moment right now. Back to you.
All right. Linthoi, many thanks for joining us with details coming in, viewers. Just an update for all those who have tuned in. It's one Assam Rifles Jawan who has laid down his life in this IED attack in Nagaland. 4 others are injured previously, and we will keep an update on that situation, of course, as the search operation is also underway in Nagaland. With that, it's a wrap on this edition of Super Prime Time. We'll be right back with the debate at 8 p.m.
Co-powered by Crystal Crop Protection, देश का किसान, देश का हीरो.
AU सेविंग्स अकाउंट में मिलते हैं अमेजिंग बेनिफिट्स, पेपरलेस बैंकिंग एंड हायर इंटरेस्ट, वो भी हर महीने.
मनी 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 एवरी मंथ.
सोच बदलो और बैंक भी.
Rosa podcast wants to know, but I'm seeing a very soft version of Arnab. What did you expect? A mad guy shouting at the screen. I can't shut up. As debater or I'm a crazy debater. Facts everyone has. But I have brought back opinion into journalism because they didn't have the guts. I had the guts, I had the freedom, I had the intellect. I gave it my best shot. I still do it. There's no sense of how much money you want to make. No, it was always how much can you do. I used to be really proud seeing my father in uniform. I realized my father was doing something greater than his own job. If you were to again go back and look at from where you started as a journalist, so much. A junior Rahul would have spoken to a junior Arnab. Which Rahul?
की घटना है, यही घटनास्थल भी आया हूँ. जो रात में घटना घटी उसमें महिला घर में अकेली थी. हाँ, रात में 2-3 बजे की घटना है, मैं यही घटनास्थल भी आया हूँ. जो रात में घटना घटी उसमें महिला घर में अकेली थी. उसके बच्चे बाहर थे. पति उसका जो है डेथ हो गई है. उसके घर में 2-3 बजे के आसपास कुछ लोग घुसे, 5-6 लोग बता रहे हैं, और उसमें जो है उनके साथ उनके घर में पूरी सर्च किया, उसका सामान चांदी लिए हैं, और उसके साथ बलात्कार की घटना भी किया गया है. साथ ही कोई उसमें उसके इंटरनल पार्ट में इंजरी है, जिससे लगता है कोई मटेरियल वगैरह कुछ उसके साथ जो है प्रयास किया गया है. इसके बारे में पूरी जानकारी डॉक्टर से ली जा रही है, और इसमें उसको भी इंदौर रेफर किया गया है. महिला को वहाँ उनके इलाज के लिए रेफर किया गया है, तो पूरा ख्याल रखा जा रहा है. बाकी हम लोग पूरी टीम यहाँ पे जो है हमारी लगी है, FSL की टीम भी आई है, हमारे जो फिंगरप्रिंट की टीम भी है, हमारे साइबर प्लस जो हमारे आसपास के थाने की टीम यहाँ पे आ गई है। उनको मैंने पूरा जल्दी से जल्दी 24 घंटे 28 घंटे के अंदर में पकड़ को निकालने का प्रयास किया जाएगा पुलिस की तरफ से।
सर पुलिस ने अभी तक कोई धारा में कार्रवाई की है?
हाँ, पुलिस इसमें जो है क्योंकि आदमी इसमें 5-6 बताया।
First time when I saw Dharamji, I was completely flabbergasted. And then he also smiled and said, "ये बड़ी चंगी कुड़ी है." And then I always thought कि if I marry, I must marry somebody like him.
Is it true that you completely fell in love with him when you saw him dance to that?
Completely fell in love क्या होता है?
I don't know. I don't know.
Love तो love होता है ना?
चमकी चाट से क्या बना है?
आलू चाट या फ्रूट चाट,
स्वाद बढ़ाए चमकी चाट।
क्या बात है? स्वादिष्ट पकोड़े और फरसान, अरे चमकी चाट है इसकी जान।
असली स्वाद सिर्फ चंकी चाट।
पापा
सॉरी यार, गलती हो गई है। ये चोट खर्चा वर्चा।
अरे लास्ट बॉल पे छक्का भी तुम्हारा।
छक्का?
सब कैशलेस हो गए। हाँ
ला भाई मेरा बैट। वो अभी तो ठीक हुआ तू। जो डिस्चार्ज हुआ यार।
बैट किसका है?
टाटा AIG है तो भरोसा है।
थोड़े में ज्यादा स्वाद, यही तो है इसकी खास बात। वाओ मामा, क्या स्वाद है? अरे मेरे राजा,
ऑक्टोरोमा मैनुअल वाइंडिंग 4 लोगों के पास है ये।
कुछ इससे भी अनोखा।
कमला पसंद, सिर्फ एक अनोखा स्वाद। कमला पसंद पान मसाला।
चमकी चाट से क्या बना है?
सैंडविच, लस्सी और छाछ।
हर घूंट में चमकी चाट।
अब बताओ स्वाद आया?
असली स्वाद सिर्फ चंकी चाट।
आर प्योर शाही पनीर मसाला, डिलीशियस, हेल्दी एवरीडे।
चमकी चाट से क्या बना है?
सैंडविच, लस्सी और छाछ।
हर घूंट में चमकी चाट। ड्राई फ्रूट और दही बड़े। चमकी चाट से स्वाद बढ़े।
असली स्वाद सिर्फ चंकी चाट।
की घटना है, यही घटनास्थल भी आया हूँ। जो रात में घटना घटी उसमें महिला घर में अकेली थी। हाँ, रात में 2-3 बजे की घटना है, यही घटनास्थल भी आया हूँ। जो रात में घटना घटी उसमें
Vadra Gandhi is missing in action again. Where did he go? Who did he meet? Even own party can't contact Rahul Gandhi. Debating tonight at 8:30 p.m.
Presenting by Zoho Business Software, trusted by 15 crore users.
From the Republic Media Network headquarters, it's time for the debate.
Show tonight, Nikhil Ankit Sharma. The Delhi riots, Tahir Hussain, the former Aam Aadmi Party leader, once a poster boy of Kejriwal's party, convicted. Rahul Gandhi missing again. The BJP says he's MIA from Wayanad, which is struggling post the landslides and the tragedy. His sister, the sitting MP, also missing. And as Indian cricketers get that drubbing in England, once again, as they get a whitewash in UK, it's our athletes who are making India proud. Once again, our athletes in China with a gold haul in the under-23 Asia.
All right, welcome friends. It's Niranjan and me filling in for Editor-in-Chief Arnab Goswami tonight. He's back tomorrow. And our focus story, judgment coming in and justice finally delivered to the former IB officer Ankit Sharma, who was killed during Delhi riots in the northeast Delhi that happened in 2020. There was a massive conspiracy behind those riots. And this is first of the judgments coming in which former AAP councillor, leader of the Aam Aadmi Party at that time, Tahir Hussain, has been convicted. The amount of punishment is yet to come, but Tahir, along with 10 others, have been found to be guilty of the murder of Ankit Sharma. They waylaid him, they dragged him, and the mob then lynched him. Stabbed him 51 times as per the post-mortem report and killed him and then threw his body in a drain. It was the murder most foul, the most gruesome murder perhaps of Delhi at that time during that mob violence. But what is important is, friends, Niranjan, that these might just be the foot soldiers because the larger conspiracy case is still on, and that's the reason why we are debating it tonight, whether the prosecution, with this success in getting these accused convicted, is a step closer to nailing the conspiracy that aimed not just at creating communal discord in the country, but perhaps, remember it was on the eve of the visit of Donald Trump in his first term as US President, whether this was aimed at tarnishing the image of the country in the eyes of the world.
Abhishek, we clearly remember when the story broke out and the visuals that came in, it was Republic that spotted Tahir Hussain on the terrace. Tahir Hussain, when you look at the pictures, and maybe we can run those visuals, you saw him on the terrace, that image of him wearing a red sweater, leading a mob, throwing Molotovs, throwing stones from the terrace of a residential building. That was a turning point in the case. And like you mentioned, the larger conspiracy was out there. Now, the larger conspiracy, look at the kind of people involved. You had a sitting Aam Aadmi Party leader. He was a poster boy, by the way, for Arvind Kejriwal's party. Tahir Hussain was a poster boy. And the Aam Aadmi Party initially defended him. Let's accept it, they defended him. But in the meeting for the Delhi riots, you have people like Yogendra Yadav, you have people who were linked with the NAC during the UPA era who were part of the planning on the conspiracy. And we've shown videos of Sharjeel Imam, Umar Khalid, all played a very critical role in organizing these riots. The idea was simple, like you said, of course, to try and tarnish India's image. Second, the element of regime change, the fact that it happened in Delhi, you can't discount that. But here's the story, ladies and gentlemen. And you had that iconic picture. It's a very disturbing picture, but that image tells you of his hand right outside the drain when they were trying to take his body out. Stabbed 51 times, that was Ankit Sharma, an IB official, and stabbed by then Aam Aadmi Party leader, officially Aam Aadmi Party back then, Tahir Hussain. Here's the story.
6 years after the Delhi riots, a Delhi court has convicted former AAP councillor Tahir Hussain and 4 others for brutal murder of IB officer Ankit Sharma. Tahir Hussain has been convicted under sections 188, 153A, 147, 148, 149A, 365 and 302 of the IPC.
आज एक बात बहुत स्पष्ट हुई कोर्ट में, जब कोर्ट के एविडेंस सामने लाए गए और बयान सामने लाए गए कि किस तरह से ताहिर हुसैन ने अपने पास वेपन भी रखे थे, उन्होंने मॉब को इंस्टिगेट भी किया था, उन्होंने अंकित जो एक आईबी का अफसर था उस पर अटैक कराने के लिए भी कहा और अंत में उसका कत्लेआम करवाया.
The former AAP councillor has been found guilty of promoting enmity between 2 different groups on grounds of religion, race, rioting while armed with a deadly weapon, kidnapping or abducting with intent to secretly and wrongfully confine a person, and most serious of them all, murder.
In this case, basically, 5 persons is convicted, 6 persons is acquitted, and still we have not received the copy of the judgment. So I cannot say what is the consideration taken by the court and what is the consideration which was not taken by the court. So right now 5 persons has been convicted. I will definitely file the appeal. It is no doubt. But now after getting the judgment, we will go through the judgment. Then I will file the appeal in this case.
The judge has also convicted 4 others, namely Javed, Anas, Nazim and Qasim in connection with the crime. Amid the chaos of the 2020 Delhi riots, 26-year-old intelligence officer Ankit Sharma went missing. Days later, his body was recovered from a drain bearing multiple stab injuries. The gruesome killing became one of the defining images of violence that was carried out in the capital. Post-mortem report revealed 51 injuries caused due to sharp weapons.
दिल्ली दंगे में सड़कों को बंद करके घेर के हिंदुओं को मारने का और बाद में जबरदस्ती पलायन करवाने का एक प्लान बनाया गया था और उसी के रूप में दिल्ली दंगे किए गए थे. ताहिर हुसैन का दोष आज सिद्ध हो गया है. नौजवान आईबी ऑफिसर अंकित शर्मा बेगुनाह निरपराध, जिनको मार के काट के लाश को नाले में फेंक दिया गया था.
6 years following the brutal killing, the perpetrators of one of the most disturbing incidents of the 2020 Delhi riots have finally been brought to justice.
Okay, so joining us on the debate this evening are Radhika Kheda, national spokesperson of the BJP, M.R. Venkatesh, political analyst, Ratan Charda, he's an author, joining us live from Mumbai, Parvinder Singh Sethi, he's an analyst, political analyst who leans towards the Aam Aadmi Party, backs Aam Aadmi Party basically. Talha Amir Rashadi, he's a spokesperson of the Rashtriya Ulema Council, and Nikhil Jain leans towards the Congress Party. Let me start with Parvinder Singh Sethi. Parvinder Singh ji, Aam Aadmi Party leader, former Aam Aadmi Party leader Tahir Hussain has been convicted. He was your party leader when the crime happened. He was your party councillor when Ankit Sharma was murdered. So it is safe to say then Aam Aadmi Party leader Tahir Hussain murdered him when he was still an Aam Aadmi Party leader, right? So that effectively you can say Aam Aadmi Party leader murdered Tahir Sharma, Ankit Sharma. You'll have tried to distance from him, but you can't distance anymore. It's confirmed now.
नहीं देखिए, जो ताहिर हुसैन आम आदमी पार्टी के काउंसलर रहे हैं और आज कोर्ट ने उनको कन्विक्ट कराया और आगे अपील की भी बात है. और ये जो जजमेंट है, मैं ये कहता हूँ कि जो पार्टी के अंदर बहुत सारे लोग होते हैं जो कोई इंडिविजुअली क्या करता है, क्या होता है, ये इसका कंट्रोल पार्टी के अंदर नहीं होता. जिस तरह आप बड़ी बड़ी पार्टी में देखो, सबसे ज्यादा क्रिमिनल बैकग्राउंड के लोग भारतीय जनता पार्टी में है. मैं तो बार बार हर प्लेटफॉर्म पे ये कहता हूं कि जो क्रिमिनल बैकग्राउंड, आप इस बात को तय करिए कि जो बेसिक क्वालिफिकेशन हो, जो काउंसलर है, जो एमएलए है, जहाँ जो मेंबर पार्लियामेंट है वो होनी चाहिए, और जिसके ऊपर भी कोई कोर्ट केस है, कोई कन्विक्शन है, उसको राजनीति में नहीं लाया जाना चाहिए।
जैसे अमानतुल्लाह खान।
नहीं, मैं वही बात कर रहा हूँ। ये एक सिस्टम है, सभी पार्टियों के अंदर है, लेकिन जिस प्रकार उनका अपना वर्डिक्ट है कि भी मेरे को पुलिस ने पहले हटा दिया गया था वहां से, जहां पे था मैं वहां पे प्रेजेंट ही नहीं था, उनका कन्विक्ट है, लेकिन लोअर कोर्ट इन्फ्लुएंस्ड होता है और उन्होंने कन्विक्ट करा, तो उसके उनकी जो जजमेंट है उसको हम सम्मान करते हैं कि वो अपील में भी
M.R. Venkatesh, this is a pro-op voice, and he believes that the lower courts are compromised, and that's why this verdict.
Now see, when you said it is the former Aam Aadmi Party leader, whether the former was an appellation for the party or for the leader, I didn't know. Because Aam Aadmi Party, which began as an anarchist party, has found its logical conclusion in murder of an IB officer. What did you expect of these lumpen elements? They were there to do all this mischief and riots and anarchy, create anarchy. This was what their object was. I've been time and again telling that these bloody guys were never part of the constitution. They were out there to create mischief. And look at it, they chose the place, they chose the timing when we had a foreign dignitary there, and to create chaos, a constitutional crisis. And that was the purpose on which these lumpen elements were there doing in Delhi. And I'm very glad that the lower courts have seen through it. But I am slightly disappointed that the needle of suspicion or the conspiracy which pointed out to a larger conspiracy where greater number of people were involved have not yet been unearthed. There are information in the public domain which suggests various names जो हम हिंदी में बोलते हैं संगीन नाम है, और इस संगीन जुर्म से जुड़े हुए हैं. They are not being targeted by the agencies. I hope the probe agencies will take this matter to a logical conclusion and bring them to book.
We have a lot of these names and pictures, and we will pull that out in the next 5 minutes, right? Nikhil Jain, there is a certain Yogendra Yadav, right? He was there. Harsh Mandar. Harsh Mandar was part of UPA. He was officially employed by the UPA, given a role. Part of NAC. By Sonia Gandhi.
Anarchy group. Call them the anarchy group.
Yes. Now the thing is, it was a political conspiracy, and you have to be shameless to defend a person like Harsh Mandar, to defend a person like Yogendra Yadav, to defend a person like Tahir Hussain. Right, Nikhil Jain, you're sitting in Delhi, an IB officer was killed. I think you should start by apologizing on behalf of your party, the Congress, and also on behalf of Aam Aadmi Party for what happened to Ankit Sharma. It was a political plot. It's confirmed now.
And whose political plot was it? Whose minister was it that the court had directed for the lodging of an FIR against, whose incendiary speeches right before the riots led to the cause of the riots? So far as I know, one of the Delhi courts had ordered for an FIR against Kapil Mishra, the same very minister of the Delhi government whose statement you were playing right now.
Did Kapil Mishra throw stones? 1 minute. 1 minute. Did Kapil Mishra stab Ankit Sharma 52 times?
Listen.
Did Kapil Mishra 1 minute? Did Kapil Mishra stab Ankit Sharma 52 times? Did Kapil Mishra stab? 1 minute. I was in the newsroom when this happened. I know how it started. It started with stone pelting.
I was in the city when this happened. I could not go home when this happened. I live in Delhi.
So don't distort facts.
I could not go.
Don't distort facts.
Go home.
Don't distort facts.
I could not go home.
Don't distort facts.
Nikhil, you could not go home. The BJP, let's not do that.
Nikhil,
see, I don't have any problems condemning this Aam Aadmi Party leader who's been convicted. He should be convicted, thrown in jail, and he should face the wrath of the law, as should Kapil Mishra. The problem is when.
What about Yogendra Yadav and Harsh Mandar? They were in campuses.
How is Harsh Mandar and Yogendra Yadav linked to any of this? Have they been convicted?
There were videos of them inciting students.
From the Aam Aadmi Party, the person against whom there's an FIR is from the BJP, but you are only interested in giving cover fire to the BJP. 21 people died in these riots.
Has BJP leader been convicted for the murder of Ankit Sharma? 1 minute. Why are you trying to twist facts here? Why are you twisting facts here? Has BJP leader did Kapil Mishra 1 minute, did Kapil Mishra go to his terrace? Did Kapil Mishra wearing a red sweater go to his terrace and throw molotovs and stones at the police? Is that Kapil Mishra? Is that Kapil Mishra on the terrace?
Did Kejriwal do that? Did anybody from the Congress
Kejriwal's blue-eyed boy did that.
Aam Aadmi Party MLA do that?
Kejriwal's blue-eyed boy do that. Radhika Kheda will tell you. Radhika Kheda is a former Congress leader.
Let me complete my point.
Radhika Kheda is a former Congress leader. You ask her, no? You ask her. She was in Delhi, I'm guessing, when the Delhi riots happened in Congress party.
The Congress anymore. No, but one very important thing, Niranjan. 21 people died in these riots. 21 Indians, 15 Muslims, 6 Hindus. We are talking about the death of one. We are talking about one political leader from a certain party who was involved. We are not talking about another political leader from a certain party who was also involved. Let's not give this sort of cover fire. The riots were obviously wrong.
First of all, don't whitewash facts. It's not 21 people or 22 people, 53 people died. Please stop it. 53 people died. Okay.
1st of April 2025 report by the Hindu is giving the figure.
Yeah.
March 10th of
Stop
March
reading the Hindu. Stop reading the Hindu first of all. And on outdated articles on the
Swarajya magazine.
Whatever it is, because are you
RSS WhatsApp?
See, it's completely stupid of you to say that only 20 died when 53 have died. Radhika Kheda. I'm handing it to Radhika Kheda. You proved my point, by the way, Radhika Kheda.
Am I audible?
Yeah, you are.
Good evening to everyone. I'm astonished by the way the Congress leader or supporter, whoever he is actually defending what has happened and trying to take the blame away and trying to change the entire narrative of the debate and trying to change the subject of the debate by wanting to protect Tahir Hussain. And we all know why the Congress and the Aam Aadmi Party or the Samajwadi Party or the Indi Thakbandhan does that. Because that is their vote bank that they are protecting. Now let us stop hiding behind political euphemism today on this channel. What happened in Chandbagh on 25th February 2020 was not an organic riot. It was a cold-blooded, meticulously planned communal massacre. Today, the Karkadoma court has officially designated Aam Aadmi Party's councillor, then Tahir Hussain, as a murderer under the section 302 of the IPC. And let's look at the chilling, unvarnished facts that the court validated today. Ankit Sharma, 26-year-old IB staffer, he didn't just die. The court records and post-mortem reveal he was abducted, dragged by Tahir Hussain's death squad, and subjected to demonic butchery. Now, 51 injuries, mutilated by sharp-edged weapons, smashed with blunt force, thrown into a filthy drain like garbage. And the court has explicitly established that Tahir Hussain was not a bystander. The court has also observed that he acted as the chief instigator. And he was the one who actually made the bloodthirsty mob go after him and commanded them not to spare Hindus. I repeat, not to spare Hindus. This was targeted execution, which Mr. Nikhil, the Congress leader over here, is trying to protect, trying to defend.
No, I'm not.
And my direct charge tonight is against Mr. Please don't speak over me. I can speak over you, sir. Maintain the dignity.
Radhika, I never
don't speak over me. You speak over your turn. Is this how you behave in court, Mr. Nikhil? Don't. Please.
No, Nikhil has a habit of speaking over others. Nikhil, don't do that, no?
I don't speak over anyone. I can't do that.
What is with Radhika's habit of twisting what I said? I never predicted Tahir Hussain.
You can speak in your turn, sir.
Why would I?
No, because you protected Tahir Hussein's aides. Please stop it. You did protect Tahir Hussain. His accomplices.
I am raising questions on Kapil Mishra, whom you are trying to protect. I don't know.
This debate is not about Kapil Mishra. Kapil Mishra has not been convicted in court. Please stay quiet, man. Nikhil, don't twist it. No, Nikhil.
In any case, Nikhil.
Have some.
Listen, you were stuck somewhere, but as good journalists, we were there on the ground. I personally visited this spot. We covered those riots.
Yes.
I was there on the ground. I visited the exact spot from where the body of Ankit Mishra was found. I went into those alleys and I saw the anatomy of Delhi riots. Those could not. Radhika is right there. Those were not like they. There was conspiracy element to it for which there is a separate case going on.
Nobody is denying that.
And so who planned that? Look at this. Look at this. Now, just one observation. I'm just being factual
how many Hindus died? How many Muslims died? How many mosques were
I'm just being factual because you brought in the Hindu-Muslim angle. You brought in the Hindu.
We'll do a caste census of the dead body now. Caste census karo, dead body ka. Dead body ka caste census karo.
Nikhil, you brought in the Hindu-Muslim angle. You brought in the Hindu-Muslim angle. Now listen what the order says.
How will you not bring a Hindu-Muslim angle?
Listen what the order says. Okay, fine. Listen what the order says.
Don't spare Hindus. It's on record.
Okay, listen.
Hussain used those words not to.
Radhika, let me quote from the judgment.
So obviously it is a Hindu-Muslim riot. You had Muslim perpetrators like Tahir Hussain. You had Hindu perpetrators like Kapil Mishra.
No, 1 minute. Yogendra Yadav was not a Muslim. Please stop it. 1 minute. Hello.
How many Muslims died?
Hello.
Zero. How many mosques burned? 4.
Hold on. Hey. Nikhil. Don't. You can't get away with this trash. Okay? Yogendra Yadav is not Muslim. Yogendra Yadav is not a Muslim, as far as I know. Okay, I think he's not a Muslim. I don't know, because he's part of the custom. Exactly. If you don't know, listen. If you don't know, you listen. If you don't know, you listen. Don't make it about Hindu-Muslim rights. I'm going to Ratan Sharda.
Nikhil, don't filibuster this. Listen. I'm just quoting. I go to Ratan Sharda, but I'm just quoting from the judgment. The additional sessions judge, his name is Pulastya Paramachala. He has said in this conviction order that he, that is Tahir Hussain, instigated the mob when Ankit came forward towards this mob. The conspiracy need not be specific to kill Ankit. When the accused persons were acting in pursuance to a conspiracy and common object to kill Hindus, it covered killing of Ankit as well, for the reasons that Ankit was killed because he was a Hindu. Remember, it was not written on his name that he was Ankit Sharma. Anyone could have been dragged. It so happened that it was Ankit and he was dragged and killed.
Contesting that, I agree with that. This is a Hindu-Muslim riot, so you had Muslim perpetrators.
Nikhil, 1 minute, let him speak. It's his turn. It's his turn, Nikhil.
They have friends like Mr. Jain who are digging their own grave by justifying murderers, by justifying rioters. Okay, I'll talk of Kapil Sharma. He wants to talk about Kapil Sharma. What did Kapil Sharma ask?
Listen to what Kapil Sharma said, Nikhil.
They will come to,
I could have given the quote of Kapil Sharma, which you want to quote, but then you would have said, I am providing cover fire, but now it's Ratan Sharda quoting Kapil Sharma. Listen to him.
Listen to me. Please ask him to keep quiet. He's been talking half the time.
Okay, go ahead, Mr. Sharda.
If Kapil Sharma made such a statement, Mr. Hussain got so upset that he put stones on the terrace, he put a catapult, he pulled all the acid bulbs because Kapil Sharma said clear the roads. Are you justifying this riotous behavior, this killing, cold-blooded killing, highly crude killing because somebody said that clear the roads? Is this a justification? Aren't you ashamed? Aren't you ashamed that 53 people lost their lives? Aren't you ashamed that CA was made an excuse to create a riotous situation? Everybody knows the investigation says the plot was hatched during CA agitation in Shaheen Bagh. There are WhatsApp messages. So when WhatsApp messages go during the agitation, which is supposed to be peaceful, to save the constitution, to save Muslims who are not at all linked to any kind of CA bill.
1 minute, Nikhil, can you please not speak over it? Nikhil, do one thing if you want to speak. Nikhil, if you want to remove your...
That even on this place, we are whatabouting out a person who is playing criminal? Is this the logic of your thought? That somebody says cut off India's chicken neck and he's a freedom fighter?
Exactly.
That he has voice of freedom? Why are you putting him in the jail? Then you come and defend them also?
Next level of
we don't need enemies in the country. They are sitting inside of the TV rooms defending those people who are out to create riot, who are out to break India and who deliberately planned the entire riot.
Nikhil, don't monopolize this debate, We are halfway through, don't monopolize. We have to get in Tala Rashidi also. We have to get Parvinder back. Okay, we have to get Amar Venkatesh again. And I want to go to Tala now.
At least keep respect for the profession.
Mr. Sharda, you are listening and
वो भी था गुनाहगार, वो भी गुनाहगार था. आपने उसको लिया, आपने उसको बनाया, आपको डिफेंड किया. हर टीवी शो पे आके डिफेंड कर रहे थे कि ताहिर ने कुछ नहीं कहा, मासूम था, वो तो बचाने निकला था. Today when this convicted CBS done wonderful job, here we are
Nikhil, I'll tell you. Nikhil, do one thing. Nikhil, if you have this habit of speaking, Nikhil, if you really want to speak, if you want to keep speaking continuously, 1 minute, Nikhil. See, Nikhil, there are two options. Either we reduce your audio or you reduce your own audio. Okay, if you're on Zoom, put yourself on mute.
Can you please ask?
Put yourself on mute and then keep talking, no problem.
Acid bulbs, stones, catapult, guns and knives because somebody gave a speech. What stopped me from giving a speech? Is the answer stone and kniving for a speech? Was the riot not much more planned?
Tala, 1 minute.
Much before that?
Yeah, I'll tell you. Ratan Sharda, now they will say, no, now Tala will tell us that Tahir Hussain never confessed. He will say Tahir Hussain never confessed meeting Umar Khalid.
The best lawyers. Who will pay for it? That is my question today. They will go to the best, most expensive lawyers to save these criminals. And they will say,
Sharjeel Imam,
that is how they behave.
But they can pay for
Even
anyone.
if someone guilty, you will first say he is not guilty. You have no faith in judiciary, you have no faith in police, you have no faith in any investigation. भैया अपना शरिया कोर्ट चला लो फिर. यही चाहते ना.
RSS का कोर्ट मनुवाद का कोर्ट चलाएंगे. हाँ मनुवाद चलेगा. देश मनुवाद से चलेगा.
Hello. We're talking about the 1 minute. Tala. No, 1 minute. Tala, please. 1 minute. 1 minute. Tala ji. आप थोड़ा आज ना. Ankit Sharma. Hello. This is not about your ideology. Hello.
I have been listening to you guys. If you can allow me to speak for 20 seconds, 26 seconds, I can say something.
Mr. Sharda, let Tala speak. We'll come back to you. We have enough time. We'll come back to you. Okay,
He cannot come here and start bullshitting around like this.
Everyone has seen who was bishing in the Delhi riots and who got the benefit of it.
So CBI is also wrong. Courts are also wrong. People who witnessed that is also wrong. The schools were emptied. They were also wrong. Only you have the right to fight with you.
That is what you can do because you are need to get support from the government of the day.
So government will be blamed. Police will be blamed.
Okay, let Tala speak. Ratan Sharda, give him 20 seconds. He's asked for 20 seconds. Give him 20 seconds.
Who planned the riots?
20 seconds. Okay, your 20 seconds starts now, Tala.
Sir, my only take is that no one should object if Tahir Hussain has been convicted on the basis of evidence. But the question here is larger than one individual or a few individuals. Justice demands accountability for everyone. It's irrespective of the pollen.
We lost you there.
The allegations regarding inflammatory.
अरे चेहरा तो सीधा कर लो इतने खोए हुए.
Tala, can you? Okay, yes. Now please go ahead, Tala.
अच्छा आपको मेरे चेहरे से इतनी मोहब्बत है मुझे नहीं पता था आप मेरा चेहरा देखना चाहते हैं इतनी मोहब्बत है.
Tala, make your point.
Tala, make your point. You're wasting time, man.
The point is the allegations regarding inflammatory speeches by political leaders like Kapil Mishra, whose statement was being played on the channel. That's the bigotry of next level. That Kapil Mishra, Delhi court had ordered FIR to be filed against Kapil Mishra. But what happened to that? Selective justice only did.
Doesn't FIR is equal to murdering people? Engineer riots, that is what you're saying?
About the FIR that should have been filed against Kapil Mishra, he should have been convicted. But Kapil Mishra is being portrayed as the hero of the day.
Guns or somebody picks up a gun like Shah Rukh Khan, puts in the police and he becomes hero?
I think we have to structure this. You see, Tala, Kapil Mishra court observation was more in the nature of a restraining order. Because Kapil Mishra...
Sir, please...
Kapil Mishra is not accused of UAPA. Kapil Mishra is not accused of 302 or the erstwhile 302.
At least don't defend Kapil Mishra who openly gave an inflammatory speech and instigated the Delhi violence. Everyone
okay, Tala, okay. For the sake of argument, for the sake of debate, let's agree that Kapil Mishra, there should have been an FIR against Kapil Mishra for inflammatory speech, right? For hate speech. That's what the court order was. Now, how are you bringing in a hate speech and equating it with murder, for God's sake?
Yes.
Tahir Hussain's conviction is for murder.
I accept that. Did I ever defend Tahir Hussain? No, I didn't.
Thank you.
I only said that justice should not be selective.
Okay, thank you so much. No, good that you concede. You see, now, let's have the more constructive, give more constructive direction to this debate than M.R. Venkatesh.
See, selective justice began the public distrust in the justice system.
Yes, I began in fact by saying that even if Tahir Hussain was or is an Aam Aadmi Party leader, I don't know, but he, at the end of it, remains an executioner at that time. He has been absolved of conspiracy charges. There is a larger conspiracy case going on, 6 years plus, and the topmost court of the country has refused giving bail to the key conspirators, including Sharjeel Imam and Umar Khalid, M.R. Venkatesh. So obviously, and courts at all levels, from the Sessions Court to the High Court to the Supreme Court, have found prima facie evidence of conspiracy, of mobilization, of planning to break CCTV cameras before the mobs appeared, of carrying out targeted mob lynchings and violence, and that case is still on. And the fact that the Supreme Court also has not given bail shows that they find some merit in the evidence that the prosecution has marshaled till date. M.R. Venkatesh, so the next step should be to get the key conspirators convicted.
Absolutely. And the list is very, very small in my view. And that I will personally feel that given the level of conspiracy, it did not stop with this lallus and panjus. It did have handlers who were both available within Delhi, outside of Delhi, nationally, internationally, and those people must also be brought to book. This was not an ordinary riot between a Hindu and a Muslim. These were orchestrated, well planned, well executed, with powers that be giving all sort of powers and firepower to the players. So let us not look at it as another riot, and it could not have been triggered by the FIR or a statement of Kapil Mishra. It was deeply planned, and if that be the case, tomorrow shall I go with a gun or a knife and murder somebody just because I did not like the statement made by you, sir? Should I take a gun? And if that is the answer for what you are saying, that a statement will be provocative enough, that I will go to the next mohalla and try to kill people. And this was not ordinary killing. 52 people died. And you are now counting the 52 people as Hindus and Muslims. That shows the level to which you are degenerated, your politics has degenerated. That is the level to which even the cops are given religious attribution, and you count the cops not as cops, but you try to look at it as a Hindu and a Muslim. That is the fall of this entire politics, which is deplorable.
Yeah.
And shame on you guys. Shame on you guys that you are converting a national disaster, a riot, into something that you are trying to say that this was triggered by this statement and that statement. We should all welcome
in fact, MR, there is...
We should also urge the investigating agencies to go forward and knock off those people who are behind this conspiracy. And early conviction of those large conspirators is a must, is a sine qua non that must follow this conviction.
So there is also, some videos that we have with us that tell you, because Talha, according to you, Talha is there? Okay, Talha, I think we lost the line, right? There is a person called Sharjeel Imam, Abhishek, and we have an 8-minute video of Sharjeel Imam talking about how they will cut off the Northeast, etc. Now, what a big conspiracy this was. And we have that video. I wanted to show that video to Talha, but he's run away before I could do that. I see Radhika's raising her hand. Yes, Radhika.
You know, what we saw right now by Nikhil, Mr. Nikhil is the...
He's run away. Nikhil and they both run away.
Yeah, because they played the most predictable card in their playbook to distract the audience, like I said. Because now that they're not here, but I must point this out. It was not Kapil Mishra who stood on Tahir Hussein's roof with a stockpile of acid bombs. His multi-story rooftop was structurally converted into a military-grade terror launchpad, fortified with crates of stones, petrol bombs, and acid projectiles. Did Kapil Mishra lead a lynch mob to abduct a 26-year-old IB officer? Did Kapil Mishra stab Ankit Sharma 50 times and throw his body into a drain? No. Today, the Karkatuma court has delivered a verdict which is based on forensic evidence, post-mortem reports, eyewitness, and testimonies. Now, I really want to, I put my direct charge tonight against Mr. Arvind Kejriwal, the high command of the Aam Aadmi Party. The Delhi riots were an institutional conspiracy engineered by him, by the Aam Aadmi Party, because Tahir Hussain didn't act alone. He was a sitting AAP public representative. And when all this happened, Arvind Kejriwal went on record to defend him. He was shielded by Arvind Kejriwal personally. And Arvind Kejriwal released a video and he demanded proof, while his entire ecosystem of urban Naxals ran a PR campaign to paint this killer as a victim. Today, the judiciary has shoved those facts down Aam Aadmi Party's throat. Tahir Hussain was weeping in the courtroom today because his political godfathers could no longer protect him. The Aam Aadmi Party stands exposed
as an enterprise of rioters and murderers. Arvind Kejriwal has no moral right to even remain in public.
His political godfather is in.
State apology to the family.
His political godfather is now interested in Ayodhya. You see,
Ayodhya,
times have changed.
Punjab, everywhere. Just imagine what.
From Delhi riots, he's gone.
In Punjab just before
He's becoming the icon. I mean,
Mr. Sethi, and the fact that Arvind Kejriwal had to ultimately sack Tahir Hussain was in a way mea culpa, admission that Tahir Hussain is involved and that he is a political liability. So you cannot say that we should talk about other leaders, we should form laws, rules. The Aam Aadmi Party actually, kicked out Tahir Hussain. So obviously there is no question whatsoever of owning him up. Or are you doing that?
देखिए सबसे पहले तो मैं आपको एक बात कहना चाहता हूं, तो I strongly condemn the riots and strongly condemn द मर्डर मिलनी चाहिए। लेकिन मैं ये कहना चाहता हूं कि अगर हमारे देश के अंदर रॉयट्स होते हैं और हमारी सरकारों का जो है एडमिनिस्ट्रेटिव फेलियर है, हमारे गृह मंत्री क्या कर रहे हैं? अगर हमारे देश की भारतीय जनता पार्टी चाहती है कि इस व्यक्ति को न्याय मिले तो उस व्यक्ति को न्याय मिलेगा। वो चाहती है यहाँ पे रॉयट्स हो तो यहाँ रॉयट्स होंगे, यहाँ मणिपुर का इंसिडेंट होगा तो यहाँ मणिपुर का इंसिडेंट होगा। तो ये बड़ा
वेरी फनी आर्ग्यूमेंट
है। और यहाँ के अंदर मैं 10 सेकंड की बात करना चाहता हूँ। हमारे देश के अंदर मीडिया रिफॉर्म्स लाने की जरूरत है, हमारे देश के अंदर पुलिस रिफॉर्म्स लाने।
क्या मीडिया रिफॉर्म चाहिए आपको सर? एक मिनट लेके, क्या मीडिया रिफॉर्म्स चाहिए आपको?
मीडिया रिफॉर्म्स की आप सरकारों की बातें करते हैं। आप जब किसी, अभी मैं बताऊं, अभी सतलुज मूवी है ये, जिसके अंदर 25,000 इनोसेंट्स की किलिंग हुई है, जो जसवंत सिंह खालड़ा के ऊपर है। आप केरला फाइल्स बनती है, कश्मीर फाइल्स बनती है, बंगाल फाइल्स बनती है, लेकिन एक फिल्म आती है जिसके अंदर एक जो सोशल व्यक्ति है जिसने विद प्रूफ ये प्रूफ करा कि जो 25,000 लोगों को मार दिया गया, उनको जला दिया गया, उनके एविडेंस प्रोवाइड करे गए, उस व्यक्ति का मर्डर हो जाता है।
नहीं, मीडिया का उसका लेना देना क्या है? मीडिया का लेना देना क्या है? बात क्या, व्हाट इज ही टॉकिंग?
मीडिया का लेना देना ये है कि अगर मीडिया सिर्फ सरकार की चाटुकारिता करती है, अपोजिशन की, गरीब आदमी की, करप्शन की, लॉ की।
अरे भाई साहब, आप लेक्चर बंद कीजिए। आप थोड़ा गलत सब्जेक्ट पे दे रहे हैं।
बहुत भाषण दे रहे हैं, मुझे पूछने दीजिए।
लेक्चर बंद कर दीजिए आप।
क्या 25,000 की फिगर आपकी
हुसैन को नहीं, ये क्या आप
रतन शारदा से लेक्चर दे रहे हैं।
सतलुज का सच मानते हैं? आप मानते हैं कि वो शहीद थे, बाकी जिनको 37,000 लोगों को मार दिया उनकी जान की कदर नहीं थी? जो हिंदू सिखों को मार दिया उनकी कोई गिनती नहीं थी? आपका कहना है कि दूध के धुले थे खालड़ा, जो कि खालिस्तान के गुणगान करते थे, भिंडरावाला का गुणगान करते थे, 25,000 की फिगर कह दी, आप दोहरा रहे हो। आपको शर्म आनी चाहिए कि आप कैसे झूठ को लगातार सच बचाने की कोशिश कर रहे हो। आप सारे यहाँ डिबेट को साइडलाइन कर रहे हो। सतलज की डिबेट हो चुकी और हो जाएगी, हमने भी लिखा है। अगर आप में दम है तो आप बताइए कि 25,000 के आपके प्रूफ है क्या? नहीं है तो लोगों को गुमराह क्यों कर रहे हैं? क्यों भड़का रहे हैं भावनाएं?
आपको
क्या बातें कर रहे थी?
आपका पंजाब की
कांग्रेस सरकार थी, हमने फिर भी इसका हमने कहा कि कांग्रेस सरकार ने राष्ट्र के भले के लिए हमने कंडेम किया हर बार जब भी वहां पर हमला हुआ, जब भी कांग्रेस लीडर मारे गए, संघ के लोग मारे गए। आप तो खेलते हैं पॉलिटिक्स, आप में दम नहीं कि पंजाब के अंदर।
पंजाब के बारे में आपको क्या पता है? आप इतना ज्ञान दे रहे हैं, आप इतना ज्ञान दे रहे हैं तो भगवंत मान को ज्ञान देना था ना आपको। भगवंत मान को ज्ञान देना था। सैक्रिलेज जब वो वीडियो देखा है आपने, भगवंत मान का वीडियो देखा है? पंजाब के बारे में और सिखों के बारे में इतना ज्ञान फैल रहे हैं आप यहाँ पे। आपको पता है भगवंत मान के बारे में क्या पता है? वीडियो के बारे में इतना बात कर रहे हैं आप। ज्ञान दे रहे हैं।
जवाब दीजिए, यहाँ डिबेट को डिबेट मत करिए। Parliament asked him to prove 25,000
Mr. Sethi,
highlight those names.
Mr. Sethi, रतन शारदा,
खालड़ा वर्शिप those people.
That was a very
भाई साहब लेक्चर मत दीजिए। हेलो, आप लेक्चर मत दीजिए। हम वो जर्नलिस्ट थे, सुनिए, हम वो सेम जर्नलिस्ट थे जिसके एडिटर को अरेस्ट किया गया था। आप हमें अकाउंटेबिलिटी के बारे में बात मत कीजिए आप। और हम सब आपके जैसे जो नेता है ना, सबको हराया है कोर्ट में। प्लीज जाइए, आप जाइए। प्लीज लेक्चरबाजी मत दीजिए यहाँ पे ताहिर हुसैन का अंकित शर्मा IB ऑफिसर has been killed and this आम आदमी पार्टी supporter is giving us ज्ञान about media accountability.
अच्छी तरह से जानता हूँ
बंद कीजिए आप. I think we should fall for this trap. Waste of time. Waste of time.
Pull back. You know, that was a very provocative digression. We are not discussing Satluj. That's a very different topic. I would say the debate on Satluj is basically a choice between Bhindranwale and KPS Gill. Viewers have to decide which side they are on, but that was not the debate tonight. Tonight, the debate was about justice for Ankit Sharma, and a very firm step has been made in that direction with the Kadkarduma court in Delhi delivering that judgment today and convicting Tahir Hussain and 10 others. But the larger conspiracy behind Delhi riots is still to unravel, and the case is in the courts. We'll keep close tracks. Niranjan, we are moving to the next one. Missing in action. Rahul Gandhi has not been seen at any public event for the last 20 days. These are the same 20 days, friends, in which the Punjab Congress has gone through a turmoil. There is a leadership crisis, and the Punjab Congress is on the verge of breaking. There has been a crisis in a natural calamity in Wayanad, the earlier constituency of Rahul Gandhi and the present constituency of Priyanka Gandhi Vadra. And the Gandhi Vadras are completely AWOL, absent without leave, missing in action, and all this when monsoon session of Parliament is on our head. Now, Congress party was asking why the Prime Minister has been visiting so many foreign countries, because he's been on foreign assignment, diplomacy, and a lot has happened and been delivered for the country. We need to ask, where is India's leader of the opposition?
Where is Rahul Gandhi? The leader of opposition has been away on an extended foreign visit since late June. During this period, the devastating Wayanad landslide shook Kerala, but Rahul Gandhi remained away. The political turmoil inside the Punjab Congress also unfolded without its senior-most leader inside. Even as the opposition prepares its strategy for the monsoon session, questions are growing over the absence of its leader. In contrast, Prime Minister Narendra Modi has continued his diplomatic engagement abroad while remaining at the center of the government's agenda. At such a critical fork of big political changes, the big question is not just when Rahul Gandhi returns, but where has he been? Who has he met? And why has the Congress been without its principal face at a critical moment?
Radhika Khera continues to be with us from the BJP. Professor Jyotsna Tirunagari is the national spokesperson for the TDP. Pankaj Sharma is a senior journalist, leans towards Congress, and Major Ashish Chaturvedi of the Samajwadi Party. Now, Radhika Khera, it's his personal choice. I mean, he can go wherever he wants, right? If he wants to go on a holiday with his family, he can do that, right? So what's the problem?
When Uttar Pradesh rejected, specifically Amethi rejected Rahul Gandhi, it was Wayanad that rescued his dying political career. It was Wayanad that gave him political asylum. Yet today, that very same constituency has lost lives to a devastating national disaster. All they get from the Vadra Gandhi sibling is a cold, detached token tweet from an unknown foreign resort, or wherever he is. Now, while the people of Wayanad are buried under debris, screaming for help in one of the most horrific landslide tragedies, where are the elected representatives? And if you remember, when Rahul Gandhi gave up the Wayanad seat, he promised the people of Wayanad that I will always be there for Wayanad. My sister is now going to take care of you, but I will always be there. So where is Mr. Rahul Gandhi today? Where is the current member of parliament of Wayanad, Priyanka Gandhi Vadra? They're missing in action, as always. And for over 3 weeks, the whereabouts of the leader of opposition have been shrouded in dark, mysterious veils of secrecy. While 3 of his own highly publicized domestic student outreach rallies in Prayagraj, I believe, and Patna had to be cancelled. The rumor mill within his own party confirms, I spoke to a couple of senior leaders, that passport stamps from London, Germany and Iceland are where he's hanging around. And it's an open secret in the corridors of the Congress Lutyens Delhi that even senior leaders of the Congress party like Jairam Ramesh and Pawan Khera cannot establish contact with their own dictator, while his own sister's constituency and the constituency that saved him is suffering. And what is even more shocking is that Pawan Khera released a statement today saying, why does Mr. Gandhi or Madam Gandhi have to go to the place? There cannot be VIP visits. The government is working. There should be no VIP visits. Well, boss, then why do you question anybody else? मतलब ठीक है, तपस्या में कमी रही, इतना समय लगा उनको राज्यसभा की टिकट मिलने के लिए, but this is how he's defending people who he can't reach out to. I'm sure Mr. Pawan Khera was more reachable to the Gandhi family when he was hiding away from the court, waiting not to be arrested. Even he was more reachable than the Gandhi brother sister duo.
Yeah.
It's shameful. What is happening today?
Pankaj.
I want to ask you a question, Abhishek, because I spoke to a few people in the Congress, just curious about where Rahul Gandhi goes or what he does. I won't name the leaders, but one of them told me, of course, on condition of anonymity, that it is a problem because when they try to get in touch with him on critical issues during such visits, they can't. They don't know how to get in touch with him. Okay. Now the problem is, how is it that even the topmost leadership of the Congress, outside maybe his immediate family, has no clue? And I asked him, how does it happen that nobody knows? They say, see, he's got security. And this security goes with him, let's say, if he's going, for example, from here to Oman, right? Or let's say from here to Mexico, or Cambodia, or wherever else, right? Okay, let's say Mexico. So the layover is in, let's say, Qatar, right? So the security goes with him till Qatar. And then from Qatar, he's on his own, MIA, right? Now, is that how it works? I mean, for the leader of opposition, is there a protocol, anything that will require him to perhaps share details? Now, I'm asking you as a journalist because you've covered
Well, yes, some for leader of opposition, Niranjan, but as a journalist, I can tell you that the Gandhis have extra layers of security, given the threat perception around them, and Rahul Gandhi, of course, happens to be one such person who has threat perception around him. So, this security going missing or Rahul Gandhi giving a slip is very serious. And it has been flagged, I can tell you. It has been officially flagged more than a couple of times by the SPG earlier. And now, of course, the SPG cover is not there, but when it was there and I knew the former SPG director, and I was told that it has been flagged more than a couple of times, the manner in which the security breach has been...
Can I add one line to this? Rahul Gandhi, except other than the security that he gets from the government, he also has his own private security, which is managed by KV Baiju, who used to be a former SPG security personnel during Rajiv Gandhi.
That explains it.
Yeah. Now the same team, I'm telling you this sort of fact, even half the time they are not aware of where Rahul Gandhi goes.
That was something that was flagged to the Gandhis, and the SPG has written it in its blue book that this is the number of times that Rahul Gandhi has given a slip to the official SPG cover, and it ends there. But Pankaj Sharma, how do you explain that the Congress leader goes missing like this, and the leader of opposition of the country?
No, he was not missing. Some people are just interested only in creating a malicious Vatesh narrative against Rahul Gandhi. And the Congress party, government surely has all the information about Rahul's movements whenever he travels abroad. See, no one can escape the transit logging of his or her passport at various immigration checkpoints while leaving India, during travel in different countries also, and while entering India on his or her return. All this is always documented, and passenger list of all the flights are available to all the concerned governmental authorities. So
sorry to be interjecting, Mr. Sharma, but it's not just missing. It's missing in action. So when the Punjab Congress is going through this scale of crisis, when Wayanad is going through such scale of natural calamity, do you expect the leader of opposition to be there or not?
It is up to the Congress party to take care of these things.
Yes.
No one
छात्रों
else-
की गूंज का
no
क्या
one
हुआ?
else has
छात्रों की
any-
गूंज अभी नहीं सुनाई दे रही है.
See, you know, a former lady minister went on a four-nation tour in November, December 2024 to promote book. Did you ever ask who did she meet?
Promote
No,
book.
why former
Programs. No, okay, fine. I'm not asking. No
Former
names given.
minister.
That's okay. Promote book. The itinerary is there. A former minister. Not holding a position like, a responsible constitutional position like leader of opposition, and the Congress party's future is at stake in Punjab.
Let's quickly get.
Can you
30 seconds,
pay personal visits abroad or not? Do you know government of India does not maintain a database of personal or private foreign trips undertaken even by union ministers?
He couldn't call off his
Why
trip and come out early.
Why don't our
What was
nationalist
stopping him
government
from
make
taking a
these
flight
details
early?
public?
You're talking
How
about
many-
1 minute. You're talking about buying union ministers. You know there are people who can buy parties.
What purpose?
You're talking about
Extend travel.
Pankaj, you're talking about buying ministers, but you know that there are people who can buy parties sitting somewhere in the US. They can buy parties, they can influence party politics. Yeah. I don't want to take names because on one such meeting, in one such visit, in one such leader, you're right, I agree with you. But one such leader, Jyotsna, my question is to Jyotsna, on one such leader, Jyotsna, the problem is on one such visit of the leader of opposition, he has met people, and this was the allegation, there were pictures to support it. He had met people who were linked to Soros initiatives, right? Now, it is a problem. I mean, because Soros is someone who wants to bring down the government, and he said it in as many words. And these meetings have happened in the last 6 months to 1 year.
Okay. First of all, we all have to understand that nobody is pronouncing Mr. Rahul Gandhi guilty of anything.
Yeah. Nobody is.
Nobody is pronouncing Mr. Gandhi guilty of anything. We are just seeking clarity. He being the leader of opposition, he holding that position, democratically he is holding that position, and it was his party which gave Chhatron ki Goonj. It was his party which said, it was in fact Rahul Gandhi ji who said Wayanad is going to be having 2 MPs, one official and other official. So that's the reason people want clarity. As simple as that. Nothing. We are just asking. Sir, 1 second, sir. Sir, 1 second, sir. बोलने तो दीजिए. बीच में मुझे रोकोगे, सच्चाई तो नहीं रुकेगी ना? बोलने तो दीजिए. मैं ये पूछ रही हूँ. Sir, 1 second. Because I'll tell you. Sir, I can give you 1 second, sir. 1 second. Let me complete. Please have the patience to listen. Please have the patience to listen. I'll tell you, Ranjan, why am I so, inclined on speaking this topic is we have seen a similar kind of a situation in the state of Andhra Pradesh earlier when Mr. Jagan Mohan Reddy was there. He never used to tell people why he was going, where he was going, and what he has done after going there. Now my problem is, it was Rahul Gandhi ji who said, I'll be the voice. It was Congress who said, we'll be the voice, and he, Mr. Gandhi, would be the voice of his students in the country. That was the reason Chhatron ki Goonj was announced on June 17th, if I'm not wrong. If subject to correction, I think it was June 17th. Now, उसके बाद 22 जून से लेके 13 जुलाई तक almost गायब. That's what people want to know. Why Prayagraj program on July 10th was deferred or cancelled? Why Patna program in July 11th was deferred or cancelled? What happened to the Delhi program? Because छात्रों की गूंज के लिए छात्र आज के तारीख में wait कर रहे हैं probably.
No, I don't know, was it you, Abhishek? Abhishek said that यहाँ पे जंतर मंतर में ये CJP का जंतर मंतर में CJP का हो रहा है.
Now, one more thing.
One second, wait. One second, hold on. No, wait.
1 second.
Ashish hasn't spoken. Yeah.
I'm saying personal liberty is not tonight's question at all.
Yeah.
Absolutely not.
Yeah.
I am questioning the public accountability of Mr. Gandhi.
Okay, got it. See, Ashish ji, ऐसा है.
Prime Minister did not go to Manipur.
1 minute. Pankaj ji, I'll give you a chance. Major Ashish hasn't spoken. 1 minute.
Is also wrong.
Okay, 1 second. Major Ashish. Hold on, don't. Major Ashish. 1 minute. Hold on. Please, I have. It's not fair. He's not spoken. Please.
That's not a good comparison.
Not fair. It's No, it's not spoken.
That's not a good comparison.
Okay, 1 second. See, the point is, Ashish ji, if he's got extended family somewhere, right? When I say extended family, I mean like whatever, cousins, whatever.
Friends.
It's friends. It's okay to visit, right?
It's absolutely fine.
It's completely fine. Now, the question is why the secrecy? Because every time the same thing happens, right? Major Ashish, don't you find it unusual that for some reason only when it comes to this one leader, there is a great deal of secrecy? Is it usual or is it unusual? Oh, Akhilesh ji also recently went on a trip. That was a secretive trip. We'll talk about that later.
But he was not incommunicado.
Not incommunicado. But yes, Major Ashish.
Well, actually, as the leader of opposition, people would expect that, yes, he should be reachable.
Yeah.
Of course, he has the right to go on vacation as and when he pleases or meet whosoever he wants to outside India. That's okay. That's all right. But yes, his connectivity should be there, I feel. But it is more for I think the concern of the Congress, not of the common people of India. I think the common people of India are more affected by people who are in more responsible position, like the Prime Minister, who has in last 60 days visited 11 countries. And during his last visit to Australia, I think which is a concern and should be a concern for every Indian, that he was wooed there. There were placards there saying Modi go back.
No. Ashish ji, we have covered some
Khalistanis.
I'll take 10 seconds. Abhishek will tell you his example with the ISI. 1 second, Abhishek he'll tell you about his experience with the ISI. I have covered a couple of visits of the Prime Minister. It is the Khalistanis and that Pannu fellow. Wherever it goes, it's the same bunch of idiots who turn up, okay? Please, don't take them seriously. Yeah.
Also, Ashish, Major, you mentioned about Prime Minister visiting 11 countries.
I'm not
just try it once. Listen. Just try it once. Listen, just try it once. 5 countries in 6 days with 40 high diplomacy meetings. 5 countries in 6 days with 40 high diplomacy meetings and deliverables. You mentioned Australia and you are focusing on the Khalistani protests. Remember, 2008 is when India's civil nuclear deal was signed with the United States, and a regime was put in place so that India could do trade in nuclear materials with other countries. The NSG, the Nuclear Suppliers Group, Australia has signed that uranium trade deal now. So these are, high voltage diplomacy visits with tremendous amount of deliverables.
Give him 10 seconds to finish. Okay, Ashish, complete.
He's not, once he's outside India, he's not representing BJP. He's representing
the country.
And that is why I said it is a matter of concern for Indians. I'm not giving it a political, shape to that he's from BJP and he's being, wooed there. I'm not saying that. As an Indian, I'm saying because he's Prime Minister of India, he's not Prime Minister of BJP. Okay, political affiliations or political controversies aside.
But that's still complete. Okay, that's still not the right comparison.
On Prime Minister of India, and if he is being
run out of time, Radhika and Jyotsna, completely run out of time. 59 ho gaya. Next debate 9 o'clock ko start karne tha. Abhi pura khatam ho gaya time. I have to take a break. But you know why India did not have a fuel crisis? Why India did not have an LPG crisis? Is it because of the Prime Minister's visits, or is it because of Rahul Gandhi's?
Not because Rahul Gandhi has taken a break.
Rahul Gandhi is meeting people. That's why we didn't have any LPG crisis.
Maybe, yes.
Right. Yeah. That is what Major Ashish was trying to say. Okay, we'll take a short break, ladies and gentlemen. We have a very interesting debate coming up next on our athletes who've actually shown cricketers how it's done. Stay tuned.
13,000 placements last year. At Amity, we are committed to nurturing passionate, hardworking and proactive professionals.
Papa.
सॉरी यार गलती हो गई है ये चोट खर्चा वर्चा।
अरे लास्ट बॉल पे छक्का भी तुम्हारा।
छक्का
सब कैशलेस हो गया है। हाँ
ला भाई मेरा बैट। वो अभी तो ठीक हुआ तू।
जो डिस्चार्ज हुआ यार।
बैट किसका है?
टाटा AIG है तो भरोसा है।
केसरिया से मन जोगी हुआ रे दिल झूमे देखो मतवारा हुआ रे केसरिया से मन जोगी हुआ।
हर पल मनाओ केसरी त्योहार। विमल बोलो जुबान केसरी।
our podcast wants to know. But I'm seeing a very soft version of Arnab. What did you expect? A mad guy shouting at...
From the Republic Media Network headquarters, it's time for the debate.
Right, welcome back, friends. Media is generally accused, Niranjan, of picking up sensational stuff, preferring political debates over those that concern the progress and development of the country or the society. We at Republic have made it our mission to pick up issues which are about people at large, about masses. And tonight is one such. Athletes of India in the under-23 Asiad have done wonders. They have brought laurels, and they are live with us now. And Niranjan,
I just want to say one line, Abhishek.
We can go live
I just want to say, ladies and gentlemen, if you're watching this right now, you should applaud these under-23 champions. We're cutting across live, and we are proud to say that Republic is the only network at the airport to receive them live. We are the only network to receive them live. Over to Ankit, and then we'll talk all about it. Ankit, over to you.
It is sad that, the athletes are not getting the due credit they deserve. Do you think in the upcoming years, if things go well, things might change in the country, the scenario might change?
No.
It's not going to change. She's so confident that the scenario in the country is not going to change, and cricket is always going to be the leader. कैसा लग रहा है?
सर आई एम फीलिंग एक्चुअली वेरी हैप्पी और आपने पूछा हम क्या चेंज करना चाहेंगे और क्या गोल है. आई विल से कि अभी एशियन लेवल में है तो आई वांट कि वर्ल्ड लेवल में भी होना चाहिए कि इंडिया का कुछ नाम होना चाहिए. तो अभी तो चाइना जापान है, हम चाहते हैं कि यूएसए को भी हम हराएं. सो इज वन ऑफ द गोल्स आई थिंक दैट वी शुड वर्क ऑन. एंड या
can we just get more voices in from there? How's the feeling, guys?
You are the coach?
Yeah, I'm a coach. I'm an Olympian. Yeah, coach of the team. And this is the first time the Under-20 Asian Championship held at China. And we have a very good team. We got 4x4 relay gold, mixed relay gold, and 5,000 and 10,000 meters silver medalist. And one individual girl, Shavni, she got three medals. So this is a great initiative. We can see the future of the Indian athletics, and we are hoping for the more medals in the future.
Guys, how was the reception in China? Can you just tell me how was the reception? Were you all getting a warm reception?
Yeah, everything was good. They treated us so good and it was good. It was good.
And what's your future goal now?
Next year we have Asian Athletics. Next we have Olympics. Aiming for everything.
They're live. You should tell them that they are live.
Yeah.
Gunning for gold?
Yeah.
So there you heard it. Happy faces. They have all made they have all made India proud. And they hope that things for athletics, the athletics scene in the country is going to change, and they are going to get their due credit in the upcoming days. Thank you so much.
Okay, thank you for that, Ankit. That's Republic receiving the under-23 champions, ladies and gentlemen. At the Delhi airport, very proud to say that our network is the only network there to receive them. It tells you how much people really value our athletes, Abhishek. What a shame, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, they won 3 golds, won 16 medals in China, first ever under-23 Asiad. They've done us so proud. They've just landed, and there we are, receiving them.
There are some structural deficiencies also, Niranjan. It's not about that we deliberately ignoring them. It's just that maybe historically, cricket hogged all the attention.
We chose to.
As I
could have done a lot.
Yes, structural deficiencies also, and we have in fact data, and we are going to have this conversation. The reason why we are having this conversation is because we want to really bring some spotlight on what ails this sporting structure in the country, which makes it so lopsided in favor of cricket and not these athletes. Let's look at the facts and then we come back on the other side with a panel of guests.
It was a glorious run for India's next-gen athletes in China. India finished 4th in the overall tally at the Asian Under-23 Athletics Championships 2026 held in China. The young guns bagged 16 medals, 3 gold, 4 silver and 9 bronze. From the heroics in relay, where our women's team beat China to clinch gold and script history, to the historic throw in javelins event. India's athletes, some of which even debuting on the world stage, gave the country reasons to celebrate and cheer, while the star cricketers and the star coach were facing questions for consecutive defeats. The blood and sweat of these youngsters today make India a global force to reckon with in athletics. But the struggle to reach the podium is real.
ये सबसे बड़ी जो मुझे लगता है ना, जो ग्रास रूट लेवल पे है वो सुविधा पड़नी चाहिए हमारे इधर खिलाड़ी जो इंटरनेशनल हो जाता है तो उसको सब चीज मिलती है, मगर ग्रास रूट लेवल पे उसको वो सुविधा नहीं मिल पाती जो उसको बहुत जरूरी है.
A nation often touted to be cricket crazy, boasting of the richest cricket body in the world, has athletes from different corners vying to make it to the world stage in the most unglamorous conditions.
I think in India they are giving priority to some games only. In future, when they are giving preference to and encourage the kickboxing infrastructure, coaches and good academies, then kickboxers also win medals in international level, world level. This is a very, very important.
This is the state of Delhi's only rugby stadium.
This particular stadium, in fact, our sources tells us that this is the only facility in Delhi for rugby players, and in fact now it has also turned into a public park. So basically the national capital of this country does not even have one dedicated space for the people who are willing to pursue rugby as their full-time profession.
Sports investment reflects a stark asymmetry. Cricket commands approximately 85 to 90% of the total $2 billion domestic sports economy and media spends, while Olympic and athletic sports rely primarily on erratic 4-year governmental funding cycles.
I personally feel that cricket alone getting it's not a justice to other sports and games. And this has been the story for the last 10 years or so. I think the first time in my history we are not beaten China in their own soil, but that has gone away wire, and it is going to come for 1 or 2 news channels, or maybe just for about a minute something. But I think these are the things which discourages the sports people and the coaches too.
The past week results in cricket and athletics are a stark reminder. The athletes have shown how it's done. It's time to do the needful for them to shine brighter.
Okay, joining us on the debates.
Oh, good.
Can I, with your permission, I'll introduce the panelists, and you had an anecdote to share. Abhishek, you can do that. Suhail Seth is joining us live. Suhail Seth is a brand guru, and he's the managing partner of Council Age India. Shekhar Vijayan is a sports commentator, and Ranjit Bajaj is a founder of Minerva Academy. He's also the coach of the Indian football team under 19, and they feel that we need to do more for athletes, right, and other sports outside of cricket. And those who say that you can't really blame cricket. Atul Vasan is a former India cricketer. Chandrasekhar Luthra is a former senior sports journalist, and Enakashi Rajbanshi is a former woman cricketer. She's live from London today. But just wanted to contrast the pictures, Abhishek, to the kind of reception I saw. And I'll just play that video in just a bit.
Yeah, we should.
Earlier this year, you had the Under-19 World Cup champions, the cricketers, Under-19, junior team, the kind of reception they received, right? And you look at these Under-23, that's a live shot from outside the Delhi airport, right? Live shot, they won 19 medals including 3 golds, right? 4 silvers. No media house is there except for Republic. There is no official there. There are no bouquets, right? And there's a very small team and there's a Tiranga there, and we're all very proud of this. I mean, it doesn't matter who comes or doesn't, but it's our duty to talk about them. We will celebrate them. But Abhishek, over to you. You had an anecdote and then you can go.
I'll come to the anecdote just in a bit, Niranjan, but if I could open with Atul Vasan. Mr. Vasan, you know, we are not sort of tonight slamming cricket, but is the elephant in the room with 89% of sporting economy cornered by cricket? It becomes the villain by default, because then there is nothing left for the rest of the sports. And that's the debate we are having tonight, Mr. Vasan.
So I don't understand where this 89% who is giving, the government is giving, or there's a public fund, or you have put up something in that regard, and where is it coming from? It's coming from the masses. So it is economics, you know, pure and simple. People, and actually cricket has reached where it is not because of system, despite of the system. As Karl Marx said, you know, opium is the masses of the masses. You know, opium is for the masses. Is, you know, religion is the opium of the masses.
Who runs the system?
Cricket is a tipple of Indian people, and I think the point is that they want some medals. Yes, I want to encourage them, but you know, whoever brings most to the table gets given. And are you trying to berate the cricket-loving people of India that why are they not following athletics? Even so, Neeraj Chopra has just happened 6 years ago. You wait for this to take over. Neeraj has happened again, despite the system, not because of it. And certain world champions, you are actually celebrating under 90, under 23s in Asia. Well done. But there is a million miles to go before you actually make the masses sit up and then take notice and then interest, and the public and the corporates start bringing in money. Without that, then I think if you've got such a issue about it, then Republic is a big media house. Put your money where your mouth is.
We're doing that.
We do that. We don't celebrate.
No, we're doing that tonight. And you know, you said million miles to go.
So it's okay. Public media has done for sports in India so far.
Okay, fair.
What have we done?
Fair enough.
Okay,
fair enough. We're doing that. We're doing that bit by bit. You said million miles to go. It said there's also.
Because I've been on these programs for Republic for like 10 to 8 times. Nothing you have done so far.
At least
we have done that.
We're the only ones talking.
We have done that. You know, every time
we're the only ones there at the stadium to receive the athletes.
Stadium, for example, is misused by bureaucrats for their personal dog walks. We have made a campaign of it, and that was not a cricket stadium, that was an athletics stadium. But Sohail said, you know, money makes the mayor go, and if cricket corners 80+% of sporting economy of the country, not because the government wants it, as Atul Vasan says, because the people want it, it's a structural fault, and we need to address that.
So tell me first, where is Dr. Arnab Goswami this evening?
He's back tomorrow.
Nice.
He's back tomorrow.
Okay. Now the thing is, both of you are very bright people. I've known both of you for long. Who's the Kabaddi captain of India? Male. यही खेला है बाबू. खेला पैसे का है और खेला जो पैसा कमाता है उसको दिखाते हैं. The tragedy, you're absolutely right, is that no other sport in India gets traction because no other sport attracts eyeballs. Simple. No other sport attracts TRPs. No other sport has Jay Shah leading the charge. No other sport has the richest sporting body in the world called the BCCI. And this is what is causing a problem. The problem is not to screw cricket, because that would be the easiest thing to do. Then you will destroy even that. So here I will now give you solutions rather than identify the problem.
If you do that, even the baby will be...
Is as follows. Atul, did I interrupt you? You're also becoming like all these people, interrupting first, misquoting Karl Marx of all people, and then interrupting me of all people.
I did not go. I just
पहले तो quotation जब करते हो, quotation तो पहले ठीक करो ना अपनी. एक मिनट ठीक पहले quotation ठीक किया करो. Then you debate. Now let me finish. 3 issues to solve the problem. Issue number 1. Corporates, it is not their business to actually encourage a new sporting tradition. Some corporates do. I remember many years ago, Anand Mahindra invested in the Kabaddi League, in the Pro Kabaddi League. We need more investment. That investment will come from government, will come from media channels, which then invest in the sport and saying, okay, we'll make the sport popular. Number 2, you've got to make the sport sexy and fashionable. How many people will follow a kabaddi captain on Instagram? Now you might say, oh, it's ridiculous. No, it isn't. How many people does the Wimbledon Royal Box invite who are in minor sports? They don't. ये सब खेला पैसा का है and traction का है. Number 3, what you have done today is excellent. Profile each of these people. In addition to being at the airport, get one of these young, bright girls to your studio and celebrate them. Approach sponsors. If Republic approaches people, perhaps they will wilt. Tell a hero, tell a Tata, tell an Adani, ki dekhiye, these are the girls, they've done yeoman service. Why don't you sponsor one or two of them? That's how the churning and that's how the machinery starts working. I'm giving you a solution. See, in India, we have become communists by nature. We have a problem for every solution. I'm giving you the solutions from a marketing perspective. Once I know that Praveen Kumar Sherawat is known as the high raider and he's India's kabaddi captain, do a profile of him which shows how he's began, what are the challenges he overcome. Did we not celebrate Abhinav Bindra? And we continue to. Abhinav Bindra does not wait for the government of India because he can afford to train. He can afford to do what he does. Today he's representing India at the International Olympic stage. These are the things we should encourage. The point is not to screw cricket. I don't watch cricket. I'm not a cricket fan at all. But I still believe cricket is what unites the country. Cricket is what is seen and followed across India and across the Indian diaspora and even now in places where cricket is not played as a uniform sport. So these are the things we should do. We should celebrate, we should encourage, and we should invest. Until you celebrate, encourage, and invest, you will not be able to make that change that you so significantly want. In fact, if I were BCCI, instead of parking money with these associations in the states, which are most of them are useless, I would invest in one or two sports other than cricket. Why? I would say BCCI, creating a sporting India, not creating a sporting cricketing India. पर इसके लिए आपको अकल होनी चाहिए, आपके दिमाग में अकल और आपके सीने में गुर्दा होना. सीने में wherever the gurda is.
Well done.
But I don't want to sound like Atul Vasan misquoting now body organs. So the point I'm making is these are the things. Seriously, Niranjan, you're a good boy. These are the things you all should do. And Republic should say, Republic ready to create the Republic of Sporting India. And as a first step, celebrating persons X, Y, and Z.
So we do that. Let me tell you.
You know, this is what they do. Yes, sab aap karo na.
So absolutely, absolutely. No, we, the whole day, Sohail, you're a very busy man, and I understand you can't watch the channel through the day, but through today, we've got these athletes, the gold medalists.
It's not today. Do it.
No,
do it.
we do it. We do it on 15th of August. We have a program called Proud to be Indian. 26th of January, we have a program.
It would be. Do you know your sporting Indian stars? Or
Okay,
do you know
good idea. I'll take
Point
that.
taken.
Point taken. Point taken.
The first Indian sporting star would be Sherawat. The second Indian sporting star would be how his retirement treated Atul Vasan. The third would be ऐसे करके आप
where
करो
all your
ना.
body parts are.
Okay,
You know
just a
exactly where all your
second.
organs are.
Okay, stay with me 1 minute. Before Ranjit, I want to go to Ranjit, but Ankit is with two champions there, the gold medalists. I just want to go across to him. He's at the airport. Ankit, over to you.
I was talking to Shravani. She tells me that she has not slept yesterday. She's really tired, but she's just stood back over here to speak with us because she was actually applauding us that you guys are really doing well as Republic. Thank you for actually coming and thinking about the athletes at least rather than the cricketers for once. So Shravani, what's it like? Do you think things are going to change in the near future?
I hope things will change. India is really performing well in athletics, not just our team, but the other teams are also bringing back many medals. So I really hope that athletics gets the spotlight it deserves. It will really help and encourage the players a lot.
You're probably the biggest winner from China, this campaign. Do you feel sad that when you come outside the airport, there is no reception at all?
Yes, definitely. It was a little bit disappointing, but thank you to Republic Bharat. You guys received us really well. It was really nice having been received, but the spotlight which is on cricket and the spotlight which was on us is just not comparable at all.
Not comparable at all. Let's go across to Shivaji. Shivaji comes from Karnataka. He's a long distance runner and probably one of the best long distance. So yes, let's come across to Shivaji. Shivaji, what's it like? 2 medals. Now you come back to India. There is no reception at all. Nobody even knows that there was something happening in China where the under 23 people athletics team was participating. Does it feel bad?
यस बहुत बुरा लगता है कि क्योंकि हमने ये 10,000 5,000 तो बहुत कम, ये डिस्टेंस वाला बहुत हार्ड लगता है ऐसा इवेंट. हमने 2 दिन में 2 मेडल जीता है कि 10,000 5,000 में, कि बहुत हार्ड लगता है और बहुत टायर्ड भी होते हैं कि हम जब खेल के आते हैं, जब हम एयरपोर्ट पे आते हैं, जब सपोर्ट मिलता है तो जो टायर्डनेस हमें लोगों से जो सपोर्ट मिलता है उससे हम वो टायर्डनेस सब फील कर सकते हैं कि हम आराम से आ गए, जीत गए, हम कुछ करके आ गए. यहाँ पर कुछ हमें सपोर्ट ही नहीं मिल रहा है तो हम बहुत बुरा लगता है कि वो टायर्डनेस और भी ज़्यादा बढ़ जाता है कि यहाँ पर आते हैं हम घर जाते वक्त बहुत टायर्डनेस और सैड फील के साथ जाना पड़ता है. यहाँ पर सपोर्ट नहीं मिला तो.
शिवाजी, क्या आपको लगता है आने वाले दिनों में ये जो चेहरा है, ये जो छवि है इंडिया का कि सिर्फ क्रिकेटर्स को ही तवज्जो देना है, क्या आपको लगता है ये बदलने वाला है?
सर जी, हमें तो कुछ बदलना तो नहीं देख रहा है कि क्योंकि हमने पिछले नीरज भैया के साथ भी देख रहे हैं कि अभी वो मेडल 2 बार मेडल जीत गए, उसके बाद तो हम उनके साथ कोई भी ये नहीं है अभी. मतलब वो एथलेटिक फेडरेशन सपोर्ट कर रहे हैं कि उसके अलावा कोई मीडिया वगैरह नहीं करे कि आप, हमें बहुत खुशी हो रही है कि आप आ जाके हमें सपोर्ट कर रहे हैं और हमें ये प्रेस ये ले रहे हो, इसलिए कि हमें बहुत खुशी होता है. और दूसरे गेम के अलावा हमें क्रिकेट के अलावा दूसरा हमारे इंडिया में इम्प्रूवमेंट के लिए कोई नहीं दिख रहा है कि मीडिया तो पूरा उसके पीछे ही पड़ा रहा है. आप जो सपोर्ट करें वो हमें, आपको और आपके मीडिया के लिए मैं बहुत धन्यवाद बोलना चाहता हूँ. और इन फ्यूचर में सपोर्ट किया तो बहुत अच्छा मिलेगा और इन फ्यूचर में ओलंपिक और एशियन गेम में और भी मेडल आ सकती है कि आप लोगों को आके हमें सपोर्ट किया तो, और सारे मीडिया से हमें सपोर्ट किया तो बहुत एथलेटिक में बहुत मेडल्स है और बहुत अच्छा सब फॉर्म भी कर रहे हैं कि इन फ्यूचर में एशियन गेम में अभी बहुत अच्छा टीम जा रहा है इंडिया का. देखना पड़ेगा कि जो सपोर्ट मिलेगा वैसा हमारा मेडल्स पे आ सकती है, कि जो सपोर्ट नहीं मिला तो मेडल्स का हम एक्सपेक्ट ही नहीं कर सकते.
Ankit,
one last question. I know you're tired and I'll let you off. Last 80 to 100 meters, the last 80 to 100 meters, that's what the entire...
Show their performance, show her performance.
The Chinese girl, she was 20 meters ahead of you. And then you actually, overtake her in the dying moments. It was the photo finish. What was going through your mind in those last, in that, that final stretch? What was going through your mind?
I was just thinking we have to fight for the gold. We just came for the gold and we're going to take home the gold. That's all it was going through my head. I was like, there were only 3 teams, so medal was fixed anyways. But, if we had one silver, it would have been like, oh, there's just 3 teams and you won. But this time we fought for gold. It was a fight, so that felt really amazing to fight for.
Such heartwarming stories coming from the under 23 India squad, which made the country proud in China. We just spoke to athletes and
that's Shravani.
They are actually brimming with confidence despite being tired.
Yeah. Ankit, just going back to the debate. I'll come back to you.
Yeah.
That's Shravani, Sachin Sangle, Sandramol, Sabu, Pravalika, Narimalla and Nofisa Khatun, who clocked together 3 minutes 33 seconds to beat host China in 4x400 meters relay. I'm going across to Ranjit because I saw him raise his hand when Suhail was speaking. Suhail felt that we don't have as much glamour in other sport, right? It's not as glamorous, is what he felt, Ranjit. But we all remember,
I didn't use the word glamour at all.
You used words that I can't repeat. Yeah. You used words that I can't repeat.
I used very simple English.
You did, but it may not be the right...
They are not sports which have traction and they need courage.
You've edited your language right now. You've edited your description, but I want to go across to Ranjit.
Ranjit. Play it.
Okay, Ranjit, I want to go across to Ranjit. Ranjit, is that the case? You work with the football teams.
Thank you so much for having me. So, first of all, I don't disagree with Suhail or with Atul Vasan because we can't belittle cricket. We have to learn from them. We can't belittle them. Yes. Other sports have to learn from them. How they got it right. Why? Because cricket was where we are, all other sports 20 years ago, 30 years ago. So if they can do it, we should take, the thing in that we can do it too. See, number 1, they're the best in revenue. That means marketing and promotion. Learn from that. Number 2, they're the best in actual cricket. They've got 3 world champions teams. And in fact, the best in grassroots. Why? Because now they can have another 3 teams which can be as good in 2020 and T-Test and in one day. Plus, if you find a web of Suryavanshi from one remote corner of Bihar, trust me, your grassroots works. So learn from them. And in fact, if we do that in every sport, We don't require the kind of funds which are right now being spent. So that means I would say, yes, cricket is the only board in the world which is getting 11,000 so many crores like you showed, is BCCI. All other boards are vikaris being compared to BCCI. So I would say that you see our budget of 5,000 crores. I'm saying that budget is being spent wrong. They don't know how to spend. Again, in the end of the day, a government babu's trying to tell you what to do. Horses for courses, for example. Football, the number one, I've been begging for funds. Right now, I am in the World Youth Cup of football, World Youth Cup, which is the biggest competition in the world for football. And I've been begging for funds and nobody funded me from the government. I did crowdfunding to
Who did you ask?
The crowdfunding. So once again, just three things in football. We are 155 countries. We are in the number one sport. Football is number one. And in India, how bad we are, 140th ranking in the world, we still have 350 million fans. So it's plain economics. If you develop the game, do you know how rich you can be? This 350 million will be compared to more than 1 billion competing with cricket, but only if you get it good. Being a football coach, would never watch any Indian football match. If there's a Barcelona Real Madrid going on, I would watch Barcelona Real Madrid because I'm able to teach more to my kids.
Why don't you
match.
take names?
Yeah, take names. Who did you ask money for? Who did you ask funds from?
My friend, you take names, Ranjit. This is a channel which insults everyone.
From AIFF, from the All India Football Federation, the president, Mr. Kalyan Chaubey, we keep on telling he doesn't do it.
Who is Kalyan Chaubey? Who is he? He's a politician.
We told all the corporate houses, we've been making appeals all over the place.
You see, who is this Kalyan Chaubey, boss? Put his name, put his face on this thing and put India's most wanted.
No, but we are not addressing the structural problem. You see, Kalyan Chaubey is a politician, Suhail said, but even the BCCI is a problem.
That is a problem. Politicians are the problem.
You are asking money from AIFF, Ranjit. The AIFF does not have money. The BCCI's 1 year surplus last year alone was 25 times AIFF's entire budget.
Yes.
So obviously,
yes.
But
I'm saying the money they have is not being spent properly.
Yes,
there's no accountability and transparency in any sport. And even, by the way, see, why does Jai Shah lead cricket and not football? Because it's the most popular sport. Now, moment the politicians see a sport as a vote bank, they will support it. So us fans will only come out if we have an Indian team like 1983 and 2011. If we think Indians are good enough to play with the world champ, nobody wants to see us losing 5-0 or 7-0 and feeling bad about it. We'd rather spend our time watching something else. So, the moment you get to be world champions or somewhere in the top 8. Now, the problem is, in India, you say, in the top, if you can't come in the top 8, we will not support you. That's what size policy is. Do you understand? If I was in the top 8 in the world in football, that means I would have been Germany or England or France or Italy, and I could sponsor the entire Indian ecosystem. That's how much money I would have. If I'm the one who needs it, the one who is 140th in the rank, those are the people who need it. So that means the ones who can already do well, you want to keep on giving them money. They don't need your money. Neeraj Chopra doesn't need your money. You keep giving him money. You need to give money to people who have not made it, not the ones who made it.
Okay, so essentially both push and pull are not working in favor of other sports or actually working just in favor of cricket. Enakshi, we have not had the best of run with the men's cricket team and the women's cricket team both in the recent past, just like last fortnight alone. And yet it sort of does not affect the fortunes of cricket. So obviously it's a long haul. It's not going to be easy. It's not going to be short term.
Yeah, so speaking how cricket has not been doing well in the UK, but that is not the case because the Indian women's team just won the first ever women's test at Lord's. We're not speaking about it. And it was iconic. It took 142 years. It took 150 tests, men tests that happened at Lord's. And after that, the first women's test happened at Lord's. And we won it. India won it just now. An hour ago, I was there at Lord's by 270 runs. But everybody in India is only talking about how shit cricket has been in the last 2 months. That's not the case. Yeah. You cannot decide basis one team. You have to look at both genders. Okay, they didn't have a great run in the World Cup, but they did come back in the test home. It's not a home test, it's an away test. And they have never lost a test in England, the women's team. But so, I mean, it's not about like everybody else say, we cannot belittle cricket. And it's not just about men's cricket. It has to be equal. It has to be men's and women's cricket. You cannot make decisions basis how the men's team has been performing. Why is everybody in India only saying that India has been doing so bad in the UK? That's not the case.
Okay,
That's not the case.
one match you won, and it's a big one, of course.
Women generally do better, much better than the Indian.
Shekhar. So how do we get other sports into play without belittling cricket? That's the crux of the debate.
Okay.
Okay, there are two Shekhars. There are two Shekhar. Shekhar Luthra or Shekhar Vijay.
Shekhar Vijay.
Yeah. So Abhishek, I think there needs to be a balance between sport. So we have noticed that cricket is always winning begets winning, right? When you win, obviously there's more exposure, there's more branding which happens, and there is obviously a system in place. Now, in the case of other sports, if you talk about like I was looking at the interviews which was happening while we were talking of these young athletes. They had so much of hunger, so much of passion. They wanted to do well for the country. Somewhere I think we have taken things for granted. We need to have a balance in place amongst all sports, because there is so much of talent which comes from the hinterlands. There's so much of talent which comes from the smaller cities. Everybody is not going to be focusing on cricket. As we talk right now, football is being played across the world. I am from Kerala. Kerala is crazy about football. Calcutta is crazy about football. If India qualifies for the World Cup, you don't see the kind of change it might happen. So I think we need to have systems in place. We need to have a procedure in place by which all the sports gets patronage, gets recognition. I feel the government is just focusing on one sport, which is cricket, and cricket is delivering also. And as we talk, the women's cricket team actually won today. But the point of the matter here is it's not just about cricket. It's all about all the sports coming in together. There has to be a balancing factor. We have to recognize the talent. We have to recognize the fact that there are people who are coming in from smaller towns, smaller cities. Are we recognizing them? Are we applauding them? Are we giving the right infrastructure? I remember on Republic TV itself, we had come in earlier and spoken about a situation where there were monkeys which were found in the stadium.
Yeah, we have those visuals. We can see that.
Yeah, monkeys which are found in the stadium. So what is the kind of infrastructure we're talking about in terms of vis-a-vis other sports?
Just a while back, we saw cows in the rugby stadium.
Cows in our rugby stadium. India's only rugby stadium, there are cows there. Crazy. We show those pictures as well.
Infrastructure, the ecosystem has to be created. We have to appreciate, acknowledge the athletes. Athletes have it's not easy for them to come from where they have come, and you can see the smiles on the face. It says it all. But I think the bigger picture is what is the system, what is the ecosystem, how are we appreciating them, how are we applauding them, how are we talking about them, are they a part of our everyday discussions? That's important. We need to recognize that. If we don't do that, we'll forever be talking about cricket till the cows come home.
Yeah, or on the rugby field.
I'll tell you.
Okay.
In the times we live in, I think there you say anything to the cow, even if it enters your home. So be nice to the cows.
Yeah. Okay, Chandrasekhar Luthra, he's a cricket journalist, primarily covers cricket, but he's also been on many such debates. As a sports journalist, Chandrasekhar, when you look at the stadiums, right? I mean, politicians are to blame. See, you can't entirely say, okay, cricket is a better marketed game. They have a lot of corpus, and that corpus has been growing. I just read that BCCI just got interest. They made interest of 1,500 crore. The money that was there, that interest is growing every year, right? The corpus is growing.
Yeah.
Because somebody pushed cricket at the right time, right? But you look at the state of other games, like all of these sports are ruled by politicians. You take cricket, football, badminton, whichever sport, everything is run by a politician. But it depends on how much the politician is willing to, put his skin in the game, right? Chandrasekhar, what's the problem as you see it with Indian sport?
There are, you have to understand. I do agree with whatever others have said, but we have not touched the fundamental problem. Let me tell you, government has never pushed for cricket. If they were pushed, they would have destroyed the game. Ask Atul, cricket has flourished because the non-interference of the government. And cricket has won and cricket has got money because they have produced stars after in 1983. Before that, ask them, there was no money. Mr. Salve had to ask Lata Mangeshkar to perform on stage in order to give these cricketers 1 lakh rupees each. So don't blame government for that. But, and also, what government has done, that government has done only to push their sons and daughters into the cricket administration so that they can earn big. They can get their families to travel in 5-star and 7-star hotels. So, that's the only contribution. Now, let me talk about the fundamental problem. You don't understand that to produce a world-class athlete. In 2016 in Rio Olympics, when we were covering, there was a story in some English paper that how England, UK has done well in that particular game. They got some 24 golds after a long time. So there was a story how they spent something like 2.5 अरब रुपए, इसको जो भी डॉलर्स एंड उसमें कन्वर्ट कर दीजिए, 2.5 अरब रुपया they have spent on one training, on one athlete's training. And how much we are spending? If you remember Mansukh Mandvi, who will probably ask all these boys and girls to come there and click photos, he was shouting in the parliament, हमने 70 लाख रुपए लगा दिया on Vinesh, and look how she's kind of conducting. I think this is the kind of shameless sports ministers, sports administrators, everybody who have not given any preference to these non-cricketing things. And talk about and when we talk about another fundamental problem is the age problem. Age fudging is so much in athletics. I've done NIS training. I'm a cricket coach also. I have done a lot of other Olympics and games. But the problem is that when we are at 12, 13, 14, 15, and because our athletes have fudged their ages, they are at 19, 20, 25, they do well. But after that, when the stage comes for a big leap, from 19 to 25, say that you have to actually jump. We have produced so many junior champions, but only couple of them, Neeraj Chopra or somebody else has only come up because of their own efforts, because of their good training and lot of corporate backing also. Third problem, and then one more thing, when we talk about Suryavanshis and all, let me also point out that according to BCCI's own records, I have tweeted that, see that, according to their own records, when they first registered Suryavanshi, he was whatever age, but according to that, he should have been 18 and a half right now. But they are now they are saying that he's 15 years old. So these are the problems. I'm not blaming anybody. I'm saying, why don't BCCI come out and say, let me complete.
Okay, sure.
Why don't BCCI come out and say that what has happened to all those 5 players against whom Mr. Bishan Singh Bedi, late great man of Indian cricket, he filed an FIR and police is still investigating. These players are still playing IPLs. And last thing is that when we talk about these athletes and not giving them money, let me tell you, your PM Care Fund, which is obviously not, which is obviously an opaque body, which is no accountability, they can get the salaries of our soldiers, yours and mine. But your corporate bodies will not give their CSR funds to the sports bodies because of the simple thing, because government is not interested. Why don't government makes it an compulsory?
We have to get some callers also in now. But Sohail wants to get in. Sohail, I'm getting the unedited version of what you said. You said, other sports need to be made sexy. Now, how would you do that? There is a problem.
Use that word, by the way.
I want to say something.
Very wrong word to be used.
Yesterday, I saw the Wimbledon finals for the 45th year in a row. It's a performance sport. We are 1.4 billion people. We've had some amazing tennis players. What did we win in Wimbledon? We had Ramanathan Krishnan, we had Leander and Mahesh Bhupathi, Naresh Kumar, who sadly has passed, was a doyen of Indian tennis. Did they get any support? The Amritraj brothers even set up a tennis academy in Chennai to help the sport grow. Nothing happened. You feel embarrassed and ashamed that a country like ours cannot provide even one person in a performance sport. My objective is not to belittle any other game, because you don't become great by screwing other people, by belittling other people. It is not about sexy or glamour. It is about what wins. And as Ranjit said, and as Chandrasekhar, the less hair shaker said, we have to make sure that the government is not involved, because they don't give a damn. Who supported cricket in India? Go back into the history. the Maharajas.
Is it colonial hangover then? Is it colonial hangover then?
तो आप लोग तो नए महाराजा हो. The media is the new Maharaja of India.
To interfere.
You have the money. You are not in government. We are all your treasure.
I wish we were.
एक मिनट है. I am talking in simple Punjabi. There is enough
don't
Kalesh.
go there.
There is enough Siapa. You sort out the Kalesh. You sort out the Siapa. No one wants to bell the
I got a
cat.
suggestion.
You know why?
I think
people don't want to bell the cat because you don't want to rock the boat. What did Lalit Modi do when Chidambaram refused permission for the IPL finals? He moved them to South Africa.
Yes.
You need people with courage. You need people with fortitude. You cannot crawl when you're asked to walk. This Kalyan Chaubey, you put his photograph here. It is a shame that Indians are going to the World Cup finals spending almost nearly $500,000.
He went. So he went to the World Cup final. He went with.
Kalyan Chaubey went to the World Cup final.
Now, if you ask Kalyan Chaubey to spell it,
you
won't be able to spell it.
You know, I mean, Lalit Modi took the game to the finals to Sarkar because he had the money. एक तो जो अमीर होते हैं इंडिया में उनको लगता है कि गरीबों की अकल नहीं है, पैसा खर्चना उनको आता नहीं है, उनको पता है कैसे खर्चना पर पैसे नहीं उनके पास. So I think एक तो one suggestion is good that if all the sports associations are run by these federations, you have no chance क्योंकि जिसका काम उसी को साजे और करे तो थोता भाजे. I think the government, and this is a good idea, is that why not take the top corporates of India and ask them to adopt one sport. Jindals have done it, Tatas have done it, and let them run it as a professional corporate.
It's been happening.
Because right now what's happening? Right now what's happening is
it's been happening.
Our sporting budget.
It's been happening.
One minute. Let me finish.
Conquered the Everest and the Tatas.
My suggestion.
I think Sohail, Atul,
the problem
you have to admit
I'm talking about what Tatas have done.
No. Yeah, I know that. They've done amazing. That's why I give them example. That's why I give them example.
Modi and Aditya Kashyap created Super Soccer before half you guys were born. Tata Steel has a Tata Steel Archery Academy.
I know that. That's what I'm saying. I'm on the same page. Let me finish.
Yeah. Sometimes we can agree with you.
I know. I give example. I give example of Tatas. I've unleashed the genie. I knew I mentioned Tatas because they've done it anyway. My thing is that we've got a small sporting budget in India for other sports, but we are spreading the butter so thin that nobody is getting a taste of it. I think if we stop doing that, and Luthra is right, that this age fetching is a problem. These associations and federations are a problem. And we have to stop spending money on these sports where it's just we are doing it to look good. And we've only got few sports where we actually can do much better with our genetics and all that. And that is where we should put the money in.
Sponsoring, see, our corporates like Amul, the ones who even spend on football, they are busy sponsoring Argentina and Spain instead of ever spending money on Indian football. The same thing happened with Baiju's last year. They sponsored the entire World Cup. Baiju's sponsored the World Cup.
Listen. It is not about sponsoring one team or something, spending money on Argentina or something. I am saying government is not interested, or their priorities is somewhere else. Getting
but one second.
Nation one election. But
Mr. Luthra,
their priority is not to make these corporates accountable. If they can have just a little bit of amendment, or if they just
1 minute. No, 1 second. We want to also Mr. Luthra,
mandatory again under the CSR money and provide jobs to all the people. Everything.
What Luthra is saying is very important. Sachin Pilot, when he was a minister, he did the worst thing, and I'm saying it publicly, when he put a cap on CSR, saying up 2% you have to spend on your CSR. Yes. Companies which are spending 10% were forced by activist shareholders to spend 2%. Vasan rightly said about corporates. Let me give you a list for all your viewers. Who are the corporates? Tata's, Reliance is doing stuff with Olympics, Adani to an extent, again with Olympics, JSW, Parth Jindal set up a whole sports training academy. Yes. Let me tell you, there are enough good people. We need to celebrate more good people. And the only way it will happen is if the media is also supportive.
Yeah.
If the media also celebrates their celebration of other sports. I never use the word minor sports. Every sport is a major sport.
Completely agree.
We must bring that change today, Niranjan.
100%. I agree with you. Sohail, I agree with you. And in fact, let me tell you one thing. I remember.
Start the show every
I'll tell you. I'll tell you. No, two small stories. Sohail, two small stories. Mr. Luthra, 1 minute. Two small anecdotes I'll tell you. Sir, two small anecdotes I'll tell you. And both of you, Chandrasekhar Luthra and Sohail, said when I joined Arnab in another channel in the year 2010, one of the first stories.
Times now. Times now.
Okay, whatever channel. First story that I remember I spotted and I told him, sir, we must do this story, was a story of a team of girls from Jharkhand who were playing a tournament without boots. Okay, and brilliant. I still remember, 1 minute, I still remember we sent a team to Jharkhand, we got the entire team live and we got sponsorship for them by putting that story out. My point one, then we continue, sir, if there is one channel that is continuously, put the focus on such instances, it's Republic. Point two. Secondly, just today, the same sports journalist who was at the Delhi airport, he came to the newsroom and he said, sir, there is a team of, I won't name the sport, I won't name the girls, and I won't name the coach. He said, sir, they are representing India right now as we speak in another country. They're two girls, they're a doubles team, and they want to speak out. I said, what do they want to speak out on? They said, one of the girls, they just told me, and her parent also wants to come on the show, talking about how the current coach is trying to push his daughter into the sport. And I was shocked by hearing the name. I'm not taking names because I can't do that. It would be irresponsible of me. But I told him, don't do that in the middle of a tournament, right? But this is real. This is real and it happens everywhere, especially you said, don't say minor sport, but it is in these sport, like, in these smaller games that all of these things happen. Chandrasekhar, okay, Ranjit.
Yeah, okay, so for example, the entire country, that means the entire Instagram is flooded right now because we became the first team in history of 50 years of Helsinki Cup to win Helsinki Cup, and we beat a European giant even in the final. And we did it by scoring 63 goals in 7 matches with only 4 goals scored against us. We've just now come to the World Youth Cup. Today we've beaten